retired rider. Retired rider. Gather round, folks, and listen to my story about John the retired rider. 30 years on the back of a hog. The rest of those years was sitting on a hollow log. Don't get the wrong idea about me. I will explain it the best I can. He's a damn good looking man. He's a hot-blooded American bike rider up in Ohio land. Gone as fast as he can.
There you go, people. There's your.
Good evening, everybody. If anybody's out there,
I thought we were doing this on the Unchained, or you're just.
we're doing it on the Unchained, Retired Rider, and Facebook.
Oh, okay.
We're no
I was
holds barred
wondering.
tonight. We're going.
Oh,
on
okay.
everything. Yeah.
Oh, might as well. It's nothing Pacific, is it? Or is
No,
it?
no,
Okay.
no, no.
Just a late night. What's up, Evil? How you doing, sir?
Oh shoot!
I found a
Yeah.
picture of me and Evil the other day. What's up, Salt? Yeah, I found a picture of me and Evil the other day. So.
You're funny, Salty. You're just one funny character. You know it.
Yeah, I think if I was to do something like that, which I don't think I'll ever do,
What's that?
with the music stuff, like
Oh,
with
yeah.
that app and stuff, I don't really get into enough music anymore to actually put a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
I would go with that kind of country slow version too. I don't think I'd want the heavy metal and Hello Gloria, you know, and you know what I mean. Like I don't think I'd want to do that
Salty, my man.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. What's up, Don Breed?
Old country songs are the best. Yeah, they are. Old classic country. Gotta love it, man.
Remember John Anderson? He sang that song, Just a Swingin'.
Yep.
Swingin'. That was a good song, even though it was, a lot of people thought, it's corny. You know, Mama's in the kid or something. You know, Daddy's in the
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
I like the good old country, like bluegrass country, like where it's not all bluegrass or gospel. It's more, you know, like John Prine. I mean, he's excellent.
Yeah.
Dude. You know, he sang that song Paradise. You know, it went something like "Take Me Back."
You can't
to
see
Muhlenberg County.
the rabbit hole chat. Just come over to Retired Rider if anybody's having trouble.
Take
with
me
the
back
rabbit hole.
to Muhlenberg County or the green grass, something like that. You know, it was called Paradise or something. I like those old, like deep, you know, country bluegrass kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like all kinds of music. I even like jazz. I like jazz, man. Some people don't like jazz, but I like jazz.
Well, I like more of a blues than jazz.
See, I like smooth jazz. I like the blues jazz. I like it all, man. I like all music. I like hard rock. I like
I like more of the
classic rock. I like.
Well, yeah, I do too.
Pop rock. I ain't picky.
No, when I get to a point where it drives, you know, gives me a headache and I can't stand to sit there and listen to it. You know,
Right.
I never got into like the hair bands or the real heavy metal. Like I like certain bands, but like I like Ozzy and stuff like that. You know, of course, Alice Cooper. You know, things like that. But I never got into that. You know, really, I can't stand Metallica, like that kind of. You know,
Metallica. What do you mean you can't stand Metallica?
Can't stand them. Everything sounds the damn same to me. You know, all their
What's wrong with
songs.
you? What's wrong with you, man?
Can't do it.
Quit smoking that stuff.
Well, I enjoy the.
I mean, everybody's got their preference.
I enjoy the good, you know, like the 60s and set. I enjoy some of the 70s. You know, it had some good stuff before the disco shit. You know, it was more of a. I mean, seriously, like Bob Dylan and stuff that kind of.
Ray was out there like
started hitting. You know, no. Stand alive, stand alive.
That's what Ray was out there doing.
But seriously,
how's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing?
Let's see what everybody's doing
everybody
tonight,
doing?
man. Friday night. Happy Friday.
How'd your day go? Did you have a good day? Did your day go good? Hope so. Hope everybody's doing
Yeah,
great.
happy Friday, everybody. I hope
Yeah,
you're all doing well, and
yeah, 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 yeah.
let's hope that you had a pleasant day and you're going to have a good weekend. I know the weather isn't too pleasant, but maybe positivity outweigh the negativity.
I didn't do nothing. Evil says I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. Well, that's good. Sometimes it's good not to do anything.
Yeah, I got up,
Yeah,
went to the doctor. I was up, gone
yeah, we
back.
all know we was there.
Uh,
We was there on the
we were
wrong
there
ride
this
in.
morning.
We
Okay,
were in a long
no,
ride with you, man.
yeah, I came back and sing to the kid, and he had to, do a few
Oh
things
yeah,
here in town, and then I kind of sat around and started messing with some videos, and
messing with
kind of
videos. You
yeah,
know what? You're about ready to drive me insane, man. You're about
jumped
ready to
on
make me.
Amazon
You're about ready to make me hang myself
or
when
ordered
I
me
go.
some.
Listen to me. When you go with that stupid view shit on that channel, I watch it, but I
I ain't done one in a while, man. I ain't done one in a while.
they're stupid.
Dude, they're like, oh yeah, you mean the shorts I do? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
can't.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna reach to the
the
phone and. Yeah.
Coulter Wall's great, salty dude. That dude rocks, man. He's got one of those voices that's just sickening.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
I know who that is.
he's a young guy. Well, he's not too young, but he was younger whenever he got really, discovered a little bit. Dude, he sings such a
Die and breathe.
his voice is like out of a different era, man. It's just
What's
completely.
the
You'll have to look him
detail?
up and listen to him. He's a good musician. He can play that guitar, man. The acoustic.
Out there traveling.
I'm working on that, salty.
Yeah, I thought
I'm working on
he was already had that handled, right?
Well, I told you, what the mechanic
Wait,
did.
when
So
I get down there, you're not gonna have a bike to ride. We're gonna,
yeah, well,
and you can't ride next to me on that Sporty. That's not gonna happen, dude.
yeah,
I don't do that. I don't play that game, man.
He said, "I don't." I'm working on it, man. I had to cuss out I had to basically chew out the mechanic because he didn't do what I asked. So, but anyways, it'll be seen too here in a few days. Yeah, Coulter Wall, he's a good musician. You just have to look him up. But I forgot what I was talking about a minute ago. Yeah.
Coulter
yeah,
Wall.
his motorcycle song.
I'll have to
Yeah.
look him up. Yeah, I'll have to look him up. Right.
He can pick a guitar, man. Yeah, he's a cigarette smoking. Just his voice is so raspy, so good.
You want to know one of the most underrated singers I thought was Chris Ledoux. He was one of the most underrated singers. Chris Ledoux.
Chris Ledoux?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know who that is.
No, what did he sing?
Country music.
Chris Ledoux. Huh. What years was this?
Oh, it's been a
like
while.
90s or something, or 80s, or
probably around in there somewhere, 80s and 90s, probably somewhere around there. Somebody in the chat might not know more than me.
Yeah, he's got an awesome motorcycle song. Coulter Wall does, but
Coulter Wall.
Yeah. Anyways, what I was saying was I got on the interwebs today and got on the amazing freaking Amazon world in that digital world. Yeah, I know. I had to get on it. I got on it and went into the matrix a little bit with it. Kind of ordered something. I didn't know if I should have, but I did it, and I hit place order. So I was like, I took the plunge and went ahead and ordered it. I finally stepped up to the plate and ordered me a Shure mic.
A what?
A Shure microphone.
Shure mic. Another microphone?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I have to, dude. This is a Finn, which it works fine. It's not. It's not what I wanted. I wanted the Shure mic, and so I found one on sale. $170 something, I think it was, just for the microphone. So it's the Series 6. The Series 7 has come out, but man, it's like the different plugs. It's got the big route. It wasn't the USB. The one I found, the new one, the M something 7 with the USBs, was like $399, and I wasn't paying that. So
Second Paul, what's happening?
Hey,
Good
So
deal.
I found the one on sale for like $170. So I took the plunge. Hopefully it says free returns. So if it doesn't work the way I want, then hopefully it does. Hopefully it does a good job. Better
You're
than
the
it
one.
does.
You're one. You're talking in now, son.
It's not. No, I don't like it when I listen to the video back and stuff.
I
And
can hear you just fine.
You can
I can
hear
tell you
me,
that
but
much.
with the way it just puts my voice out there, I don't like it, man. Like I should be
It's your
talking
voice.
really low.
You get
It's
the
not
microphone's
that.
gonna
I
fix
know.
your
No,
voice.
I know what my voice is, but I'm saying it's. I've went into this program, went into the laptop, and I try to slow things down and mess with the distortion, all this stuff. And it still just sounds like it's extremely loud or over. Something ain't right with it. It's the mics because they're cheap. So I decided to try, what's up, Rob? So I decided to
What's up,
try
Rob?
something different and see if it was going to fix, the.
Fix
And
the
I've got the
problem.
volume turned all the way down on this microphone. You can probably still hear me, can't you?
Well, yeah, I can still
Yeah.
hear you.
See,
You
but
could
when I
have
go
that
back,
microphone turned off, and I'd still hear you.
well, thank you, Gloria. But
Oh, Gloria, don't pat his ego. Come on now.
hey, I even shaved the
all
beard.
he talks.
Look,
Hey,
I shaved the beard today, guys. Did
Talks
you not
enough
notice?
as it is. See,
I trimmed
you
all
gotta
that
say
beard
that.
off. Yeah, trimmed all the beard down today.
Lord.
So, yeah.
Oh boy. Goodness.
Every
Why
once
you
in a while,
guys
I'll
gotta
get
do
to the
that?
point and I just, trim it down, and in a month it'll be grown back out. So it ain't no big deal. And then when I ride, if I wear my half shell, I ain't got to worry about my beard hitting me in the face and all that, because there's a lot of times when I ride, I don't like wearing the mask. You know what I mean? Like I like fresh air on my face. I don't like being covered up in the mask. So, and then there's times that I do, I like to wear it, and most of the time when I would wear it, it was mainly to keep my beard down and all that stuff. But then you get somewhere and you take the mask off and your beard's all smashed and stuff. And it's,
Yeah.
but no, I don't have an ego. I leave mine in the car,
Yours
every
in the
time.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris Ledoux, an awesome guy, very humble and kind. Met him in Las Vegas. Hey, you met him. That's awesome. In Las Vegas at the NFR. Still stay in touch with his son, Ned. You should check out his music, John.
Yes, I do,
a lot
man.
like
It
it.
sounds familiar, but
His son sings. I didn't. Excuse me. I didn't know that. Salty. I'll check it out. Yeah, I really like Chris Ledoux. I mean, a lot of people didn't know about him, but a lot of people did. I mean, he's good, man. Check him out, Ray, when you get a chance.
I will. Chris Ledoux, yeah. That Ledoux name sounds familiar, though, to me. Not him, not Chris Ledoux. There sounds like there was another Ledoux, some other Ledoux or something.
Gotcha. I've been trying to wear my full face more often, trying to get into the habit, but it's so hot in Georgia. But I guess the whole phrase, I'd rather be sweating than what? Oh,
bleeding.
Yeah, that's true.
And it is, man. Like I like my modular hat, which I wished I had a nice lightweight, whatever. And I don't. Right. I've got one. It ain't like the heaviest, but it's heavier. And I like the modular, but I usually only use it when I go on long trips or highways and stuff. And he's right.
Is the modular worth it? Is it worth the cost?
Oh, I love the modular because I never have to take it off. I just raise it up to give me something. I'm at a gas station. Exactly.
I have to take my glasses off to take my helmet off.
Exactly. Yeah, the modular is worth it if you actually buy something if you spend a little bit more money than I did. I spent about $150. Of course, they've got them for $800-900, and I think that's more just the companies trying to be big companies. And I'm not saying they're not good helmets, but I would love to own like a Lane Splitter 2 helmet, like the modular Lane Splitter 2s. I don't know. You got the big showy names and the big. Now they got the carbon fiber helmets that weigh hardly nothing. But
so I don't want anything heavy because my neck is.
It does. It kills me too. What's up, Easy?
That shit hurts.
Yeah, that's something you need to do. Go test them, put them on, see which one. But because if you just order them offline, they may be because my sizes are different. You know what I mean? Like I can put on a Daytona helmet and it'll be like 2X, and then I can put on this other brand helmet, and it can be like a
That'd be
medium,
different.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I like to be able to try a certain brand on, and then I think I don't have one around here. I'd have to go like to Knoxville or Nashville, but I think they have like there's a big helmet store called something in a lot of big cities. I forget the name of it, and that's all it is helmets. I forget those names, those stores. If you can find one of those, they're good to go, and they let you try them on and everything, and
Right.
they usually carry every brand.
I like my helmet to fit pretty snug. I know it's not supposed to be too snug, but I like it snug, and I don't like that weight. I don't want something real heavy. I want something that my neck, man, it hurts. Shit.
Well, I hear the Simpsons are good, but I also hear that you can hear a little wind in them. I mean, they got the Shoeis, the Simpsons, the what's that one with the B? It starts with a B, or something like that. They got so many of them nowadays. It's crazy.
Oh,
The Snell, the Snell.
Yeah. Check the Snell rating on the helmets. That's what matters.
Yeah. So I mean, I think
matters.
I think it just depends on what kind of what design.
But now I'm that
like
kind of
and
guy
like-
too. Now I'm the kind of guy too. Now I can ride without a helmet.
Yeah,
can't.
me too.
I did it for years. I just recently started wearing a helmet again. I wore a
Oh,
helmet
I
at
can't
first
here
and I
in
quit.
Tennessee.
I can't. Then I quit wearing a helmet. Then I'm wearing a helmet again. Some days I just don't want to wear a helmet. I mean, I know it's not safe, and
Yeah.
I get that. I get that, and I understand that. But some days I just want the wind in my hair.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
wear a half shell. I wear a half shell 90% of the time. I really
Well,
do.
you're in Tennessee. When
Yeah,
I'm
I
down
have to
there,
wear
I
a helmet.
I
Yeah,
wear a helmet.
we have helmet.
I wear my
policy.
I wear my half helmet. But unless I'm on the interstate, then I will wear full face.
I'm like Don Breed. I've been getting more used to it, wearing the full face, the modular, because it's just the only thing I never liked about it is because it obstructs my views. You know what I mean? Like, I like that open look where I can look down and see the motorcycle. I can hear it. I can do all that stuff. I can see the road.
Right.
Full face helmet. It's like you're trying to look. You know what I mean? It's like
You finally came to the truth, Easy. You said,
can't
I
see.
don't wear a helmet. I rarely wear a helmet. I don't wear a helmet. It's okay to say it. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people don't. There's a lot of people that don't. They
I'll
just
see one of my last videos. Well, I don't know if I put it up yet, but I got some clips of it out with me and the wife. She's back there with no helmet on,
Yeah.
and I got a full face helmet. So I mean, it's to each their own. Whatever you
Yeah, I believe everybody should, be able to choose what they want. It's your choice if you want, if you want to take that risk. And
Yeah,
I mean,
but
really, like it is. Like
You
I
should
don't
wear
think
a helmet.
anything. Yeah, you should, because that's. I
You
mean,
should.
you don't come back from that. You know what I mean? That
No,
right there can
no.
save your life quick.
Just imagine falling off the bike at 80 mile an hour or 50 mile an hour or
Hitting
20 mile
somebody
or
hitting you.
30 mile
Yeah.
an hour. Or somebody just bumping you on the rear as you're sitting at a light and
Yeah.
you fall off and hit the concrete or the asphalt. Yeah, I mean,
You're going to
hit
get
your head.
concussion. You can be badly.
You could be
damaged.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think about that shit now that I've gotten older.
Oh yeah.
It's
Lord,
like-
yeah. It's dangerous because it's
Yeah.
usually not our doing.
Right.
90% of the
else.
time it's somebody else's doing. They're going to pull out in front of us, or they're going to run a red light, or they're going to, they just
Got to wear a
assholes.
helmet
And I'm like, dude,
So American movie with someone riding without a helmet. It blew my mind. Oh, the UK, you have to wear a helmet. Okay, gotcha.
oh yeah, you can't go with that one over. They got a lot of laws, I think, against third bikes.
And
But
saying
they have
that,
those
and
big
man,
ass. I don't know if it's them or not.
first
There's
all American movie.
a
Yeah.
couple of those countries have those big square license plates. I mean, they're huge, dude. And then there's some countries you can't even modify your bike. You can't do. You have to buy it from the factory and leave it as is. You can't even have anything
That's
custom
salty.
on it, or
Right.
definitely like exhaust and certain things. So it's really weird. Some of those countries are.
Yeah, but that's their thing, I guess.
Protect
your brains.
Protect your brains. Rob
Protect
says,
your brains,
"What brains?"
I don't think he's got any brains left, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit.
Nope. They ran out a long time ago on me. They left me. I talked so much, they said, I'm out of here.
He talked his brains out of his head. Oh,
What'd you die from? Oh, he talked me to death. Oh,
oh, shoot. Cracking me up, man. So
well,
what's going
somebody's
on,
got
people?
to.
What do you want to talk about? Let's get something rolling, man. Somebody's got to say something, bring something up. We got
Well, I
helmets.
mean,
We can talk about helmets anytime,
yeah.
you know. But
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
but saying one more thing about it, you should wear a helmet. You actually should. You should.
yeah,
Don't go by what I say. Wear
especially
a helmet.
especially if you have a
Protect your noggin.
passenger too. You know. I
Yeah,
mean,
protect your brains, man. If you got any left, I don't know.
we all. I mean, well, we all ride. We all know that it can be easily just. I'm not
Yeah.
going to tell anybody what to do.
No, hell no.
I wish Tennessee though was a choice. You know, I wish they didn't have helmet laws sometimes because, I mean, you're right. There is times that I want to just ride without one. Just and I know, but when I do, I'm not doing anything crazy.
Well,
anyways,
you could
know,
cross
I'm not-
over you could cross over into Kentucky and not have to wear one. right?
Yeah, I do. I'll get when I go up that route. I will as soon as I get over the line. I usually stop taking off, and
Okay,
Uh,
gotcha.
but it's also, you know, it's suggestive too. You know, but if you think about it, I've also heard other people say, well, if you just leave it on, like law enforcement is more likely not to try to pull you over, mess with you, see if you got
That's
motorcycle
what
license and all that stuff, you know, because
Yeah.
people usually don't care and they just jump on without their helmet and all that. And that kind of gives the law enforcement kind of like, hey, you know, you got your license, you know, you got da da da. And because they don't need any reason. They're, you know, they'll do it anyways. They don't, who's going to stop them, you know? I mean, so.
It's the way it is here, Dying Breed. We have to wear seatbelts here in Ohio, but we don't have to wear a helmet.
Exactly.
They
Oh
tried to
no!
bring
Here
that
we
shit
have
in
to
here.
wear a seatbelt.
They
yeah.
tried to bring that shit in here, and the people went nuts. Everybody's like, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I wish we would. Ours failed it. They tried to pass it last year. I think it was last year or the year before.
People said, no helmet law, which I don't believe there should be a law that says you have to do anything.
No, I think it's a choice. I
But
think it should be a choice, just like the
that being
Constitution.
said-
That's a choice. You know, our rights.
you
We should be
wear
allowed
one.
certain rights.
If you want to protect your noggin, you should wear one. I mean,
If you don't
I mean,
if you don't, yeah. I mean, trust me, I'm smart enough to know if I'm going to jump on my bike and take off on a long trip, I'm wearing a helmet. I'm not
Oh, I
dumb.
am
You
too.
know, I'm gonna,
No
I'm
doubt.
gonna, yeah.
no doubt.
Especially
No
if I
doubt.
know I'm going to be on a highway or something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely going to have my helmet. You know,
absolutely.
I'll
Full
I'll
face
sweat a little bit to stay protected. You know, I'm not going
Oh,
to jump
yeah.
on the interstate and do 90.
Dude, I've
No
been on the
helmet.
highway in traffic going on trips where it was like 95 degrees outside, and you start melting with that helmet on, man. You got your
Mhm.
riding jacket on and the helmet on. We had to pull off. Take the exit and take all that stuff off. I thought I was going to pass out. I thought I was going to pass out. So damn hot.
Well, I've been to the
It
point
gets
where
hot.
it's like every freaking red light or stop sign, you just start sweating. I mean, literally, you get wet from sweat. You know, and
Yeah.
it's like it's so hot out that, and that's the thing. Like a lot of people say, well, sweating's good. In a way, it is, but also because when your shirt gets wet, it also will keep you cool. You know what I mean? Like when you're going and, but I tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like to ride through the desert when it's not hot like that. Like
On the horse,
in the evening time,
with no,
you know,
I'm a horse with no name.
I'd like to go through Arizona or somewhere and go out to Old Tombstone and travel through those towns and kind of just, you know what I mean? Like have a good evening ride, like not at 120 degrees during the day. That shit would kill me. But,
They say, Healthy says they nail people here all the time because you have to carry extra insurance to not wear a helmet.
yeah.
And it
There's
gives
so-
the police a reason to check. Wow.
That's
really?
why I said, yeah, they'll pull you up. That's why I say, man, even if it's a half
That's
shell,
crazy.
throw that half shell on and wear it. You know, it prevents
crazy.
the police.
They don't bother you here. They don't bother you in Ohio. They don't pull bikes over at all. You never see a bike pulled over here.
Hmm.
Ever. They just don't pull you over.
I'm surprised they don't pull me over more because on the back of my half shell, I got the bird giving it to them. You know, like I do. Like, so when they get behind me, I'm, you know, like, get off my ass. You know, you don't need to be behind me. I'm licensed,
What's next?
insured.
Riding naked?
I mean, I'm licensed, insured, all that, you know. Hey, those Florida dudes, I've seen a couple of them that wear their swimming trunks and they wear flip flops or they barely even wear a shoe. You know what I mean? And
no
they got
way.
sunglasses
No way.
on and flip flops and
No
shorts,
way.
and that's it.
No way.
Yes,
No way.
and you'll see them going down the road, and they'll just be cruising like they
When I see
love it.
guys around here wearing no shirt and
Oh,
shorts
that's
and riding down the street on
ridiculous.
their bike, I'm like, what are you, stupid? What is
Yeah,
wrong with you,
I
man?
don't care if I wasn't fat. I'm not going to get on a bike in shorts. I'm not doing it. I'm not getting on a bike with shorts and no shirt on. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't care.
Now, I'm telling you,
I
if you
still
want to,
wouldn't do it.
if you had a long winter and you want a good suntan, jump on your motorcycle without a shirt and go for about a couple hour ride.
Yeah.
You'll be burnt. You'll get tan all right. You'll get burned up from wind burn and everything else. But that's the quickest way to get a tan is jump on a motorcycle and take your shirt off and ride. The Badlands was amazing, he says. I bet they were, man. I'd love to ride Needles Highway and all that stuff out there. They got some pretty places out there.
Here's a link. I'm throwing a link out there if anybody wants to hop on.
Yeah, I would love to do the Needles Highway and not just the Badlands. But
The Badlands.
there's something else. A couple of those big parks out there. They have the where you get to see the buffalo, run and all that stuff.
See the buffalo run.
But I think that's like a big trip. So it's so expensive. That's like a lifetime, once in a lifetime, probably for me.
Oh man, you just gotta do shit. You can't
I know. Yeah, but man, like, dude, you can't worry about cost. Okay, yeah, I come home and ain't got no home. Can't worry about the 10 grand or so it's going to cost me to get out there and do all that.
We are heading out to Sturgis this year, is what Salty said.
I just can't. I'd love to do it, man. I just can't. Like, that kind of trip is so big for me.
Get them all.
I mean, I know people go out there religiously every year and all that, and that's fine. They save their money, they work hard, they do what they want. But for me, I don't have that kind of money and built up, and I can save that kind and do that. But not only that, if I did, I couldn't do it without my kids. To me, that's like a big trip, like maybe never get to go back kind of trip. You know what I mean? Like a once in a lifetime. So I would want my kids, because I never hardly travel without them, and to take them to see the same stuff. I'd like for them to see that Mount Rushmore and all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Are you shitting me, Salty?
I'm telling you, dude, my buddies
$4,500 for the week. Are you shitting me?
Dude, my buddy spends 10
I
to
could
12K.
get a nice motorcycle for that.
My buddy spends 10 to 12K every Sturgis every year.
Oh my god! No,
Fuel's like $2,500 just to get there.
I couldn't do that.
That's why I told you that's like a once in a lifetime for me, dude. Yeah.
I mean, I could do it financially, but I ain't doing it. That's what I'm not.
No, even if I had the money, I'd have to have a lot of money just to go out there and
No.
Oh, I could go out there and camp in the park for free, in a tent and live on a budget, do it on a budget. I'm sure I could do it, but is that fair? You know what I mean? To my family, for me to go do all that, see that without them. No, to me it ain't. Maybe it is to other people. To me it's not, though. I just can't do it.
38 days on the road and I'm going to make it home.
It's all 10K for, I'm telling, yes, thank you, Salty. I'm telling you, it's not a cheap, if you want to eat and do things and enjoy, if you really want to enjoy it, it's not cheap. It really ain't.
I was 38 days on the road. Sturgis cost me $6,500. How did you do 38 days on the road easy and it only cost?
Because they probably bought food in the store and done easy living. I mean, look at his name, Easy Living. He's living off potted meat and tuna, man. I mean,
Spam.
that's what. Yeah, spam's actually expensive. $3 or $4 a can. All hotels.
Rented a cabin at the full throttle. Okay. Gotcha, man. It's too expensive to go anywhere anymore. On my trike, pulling the pop-up cost me about $120 each way in gas. Yeah. There you go. That's the way
he's got a little pop-up he pulls behind it, and then when he gets where he's going, he just pops it up and rolls it out, and he's got his bed and all his stuff. Oh yeah, it's pretty neat. I've seen it. Yeah. And that's the thing to do. Just pull up in a free camping park somewhere and stuff and just pop you little.
Easy says they didn't skip at all, man. Skimp at all. So,
well, that's cool that you did it on that kind of budget. You know, that's. I wonder how much went to fuel though. You know, I wonder how much was on fuel. 1,500 maybe. If you did 38 days, I mean that's a long trip. 38 days.
38 days on the road.
Fuel is what? What's up, PA? Fuel is what? About 22 a tank, 26, something like that. I mean,
PA, what's up?
I mean, that's what I was thinking. You know,
11,710 miles. Hell yeah, you're rocking, man.
yeah, that's a good trip.
That's a trip, man.
That's a good long
That's a
trip.
trip.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Much respect to you, my friend.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. But like I said the other night, I'd like to do it on a, you know, just where
On a Honda?
Yeah, maybe. Probably out there. So what are we thinking about? Who's going to take his place? Some
Who's
guy
going?
we never heard of, Harley dude. The guy that
It doesn't
they said,
matter. Harley.
oh, he retired. He retired. He just
Doesn't matter.
retired.
Harley's already set in his ways. It doesn't matter who to see.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, listen though. He retired. You think he retired? I know he retired. I'm saying, do you think there was a lot of pressure on him and all this stuff from
Did
all
you
this
say he was
backlash
retarded?
bullshit? He retired.
I don't even know.
Dude, they started out paying him $40 million a year.
I'd give two shits what he's doing.
$40 million a year. He's got money to retire on. He don't need another job.
Oh hell no.
That
Yeah,
man,
damn
there
it.
is no
I
way
agree
that
with you.
that position is worth $40 million a year to run that company in the ground.
Well, he did. He
I mean, you know,
took 40 million and ran it to the ground.
that's
the
what I
hell he did.
mean. Yeah, it is done.
Harley needs to go back to its roots, go back to its base customer,
Go back to Willie G, man.
go back to Willie G, go back
God.
to making the affordable bikes for the working man. And if they
Yeah.
do that, and that's not just Harley, that's everybody.
Yeah, that's every company, not
If
just
they would all
motorcycle
just go
companies.
back to that, they would be successful. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they would.
I
The
mean-
hard times would go away. But they're not going to do that. He was forced to retire. Yeah, they forced him out.
I mean, do you know how expensive the condom industry is?
What the hell did you just say?
Do you know how expensive the condom industry is? I mean, we're sending $50 million to freaking Gaza for condoms, dude. I mean, that's some
Man.
expensive stuff,
We were talking
dude.
about Harley, and you.
Well,
talking
yeah,
about-
but still,
condoms.
what, you know, Willie Nelson said, you know, hey, they were a
Oh.
dime in his day. You know what I mean?
It's costing us about $28.
Or he didn't know they didn't use them. You know.
We're sitting here talking about Harley, and then he's talking
I
about
mean,
condoms.
shit.
Do me for a living. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. You said
Harley-
you wanted
Is Harley
different-
screwing itself or what? I don't know what the hell you were talking about. Oh, Jesus. Where is everybody tonight? Is everybody out partying?
It is a weekend. Most people, I don't know, probably out. I don't even know what's
Well,
going on right now at this time. Usually I know where everything's at, like what if there's a rally going on or if there's an event. I don't even know where the my buddy that runs them. I should be talking to him. He's a vendor. He would know exactly where he was at. Bandero or something like that rally last week. I
See,
think.
I'm just not a big rally dude. I'm not a dude that likes to go
Well, I don't go to a bunch of them. I just go
bike
to
nights. I'm not a dude that goes to Sturgis. I'm not a dude that does that kind of shit.
I don't go to bike
have
nights
the-
either.
I don't have the desire to do that. I just want to get on my bike and ride. I don't care. I don't want to
Yeah.
sit somewhere. I don't want to sit in a crowd of motorcycles, a crowd of people. I just don't want to be part of that stuff, man. I just want to get on my bike and ride, go my way, do my thing, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to be around. a bunch of
Is there anybody over in the other channel?
people. I don't know.
Unchained down the rabbit hole.
I don't know. I haven't went over there.
I didn't know. I just wondered.
They could all come over here if they're over there, or it don't matter. Stay
Well,
where they're at.
it's a good way to try to, if there's someone over there, try to get them over here so they know you got two channels.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, they hear what we're saying. So we have
Yeah.
Unchained Down the Rabbit Hole. We have Retired Rider Harley,
Let's
Road
see.
Glide, and we have Facebook. We have it all. Instagram. You name it, we got it.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long next couple of days, but this should be fun.
You got a lot planned, man. You got a lot going on.
I got a lot going on, yeah.
My
Which is
old
good.
lady.
It's better than not having anything going on.
My old lady, yeah. Hey, yeah, I don't have anything because my old lady, she's working all weekend, so I'm kind of like,
Oh, is she
yeah,
making that money, bringing that money in?
yeah, she's trying to because she's got to take a couple of days off for some stuff.
Gotcha. Right.
But yeah, seriously, like
Gotcha.
it's pretty cool. Like now, where she's a boss, like every so many couple months, 2-3 months or something, every boss they have over there, that are
Yeah.
that many, but there's some, they have to do a weekend. You know what I mean? They have to work a weekend, and so it's her weekend, I guess. So,
Gotcha, Salty.
like it rolls.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah, I'm
couple
just-
months or something, they have to do a weekend shift.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not a crowd guy. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah, I backed off the crowds a long time ago.
So did I. I
I
don't even
enjoy.
ride with anybody.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy going to like smoke out and stuff like that, but I don't like rush to the stage when the band comes on. That shit kills me. It kills my ears to start with. But I don't want to be crunched up in the crowd. I don't like a lot of people. I get all like, I guess, wrapped up in my own head because of the things I've went through and places I've been. I don't want to be stuck in a bunch of people. You know what I mean? A big crowd.
Right.
And even like Daytona, like I don't go into the big event things and stuff like that when they have a bunch of people. Like I'll stand way back because I can hear it and stuff just as well back there, you know.
Right.
So, and I don't do a lot of those anyways. I just a couple of them, you know.
Well, I can tell you one thing. I don't want to
Here and
spend all
there.
that money either. I don't. Want to
Yeah, it
spend all
is.
that money.
It
a lot
gets
of money.
expensive. Yeah.
I could take a ride down through the Blue Ridge Mountains or through Tennessee, and I could do that
For
and be just
cheaper.
happy. And I could be
You know.
just happy. I'll
Yeah.
be happy. I'll be
Yeah.
happy, man.
No, I get it, man. Like I said, the only reason I usually do it, it's the motorcycle stuff too. I love all the motorcycle shows and the seeing the bikes and all that. But, you know, the main thing
See, I'm
is
not
like,
into
to be
car
around the
shows.
people that I'm
into
around,
bike
you know.
shows.
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, it's not your thing, I guess. You know,
No, it's just not.
I like to see what somebody is building in their garage or whatever, you know what I mean?
Well,
Or
people
how
always
they're
ask me
painting
that.
things
They'll
and
say,
they're doing
people
stuff.
always ask me. People always ask me. You was in the, I was a master technician, a manager, or lead tech, and everything all my life. And they say, people can't believe I don't have a car that I'm building in my garage. I'm like, I don't do that. I never did build cars. It
Yeah.
just wasn't my thing. I worked on them for a living. I didn't want to come home and work on them. I mean, I just didn't want to do it.
Come home and hand sand, you know, sanding down the frame and the
I just-
sidewalls and all that
No,
shit.
I mean, I did it all day at work for 10 hours a day most of the time, sometimes 12.
So you
You know
never
what I mean?
went
Like, you know,
to car meetups or none of that? Like
any what? No, hell
car
no.
meetups or anything?
No, hell no. No. I
Like
mean, I've gone to a
old
few
car
over the years.
meetups, you know, like
Yeah,
old
but not
timey.
many. I'm just not. It just doesn't impress me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I was around it so much, and I don't know. It just don't impress me.
Usually, most guys are like car maniacs, man. They're like they
See, I'm
want to
not.
be around. They want to be all around all those
Nah.
60s and 70s muscle cars.
I went through my car phase when I was a teenager in my early years and stuff, and I had all that stuff. But yeah, I'm not interested in it anymore.
No, I'd like just to own something nice and drive it. I don't care about meetups and stuff like for the cars and stuff. Yeah, I'd just like to have something sharp.
I mean, hell, when we were
Right.
kids, we'd meet up at the damn Frisch's or something. We'd all
Yeah.
sit in the parking lot with our hot rods. Just call them hot rods, but that's what we did, you know.
Yeah. Sit
We raced
around.
off down the road. We used to go to Edgewater. We had a place down here, racetrack down here. It's still there. It's still functioning. I've raced my car down there before when I was younger. We used to go down to Edgewater, hang out down there, sneak beer down in there, and drink and race, and we did that stuff. But I guess I just outgrew it. Just didn't care about it anymore.
Evil says I don't do a lot of rallies either. I do like a couple. I would rather do camping meetups. Yeah, he goes to those Don't say it, Evil. I will say it. Please do not say it.
Uh-oh.
What the hell's the name of that one he goes to all the time?
Well, if you don't
Dadgum.
know it,
Well, I do. It just slipped my mind. It's like a clock that skipped a beat. Doo-doo. It skipped my mind.
gotcha, Salty.
He goes to those. They have them twice a year. They have one in the spring, one in the fall. And it's up there somewhere close to where them guys live. I think Frogzilla and them go to them too.
Hog Rock?
Yes, Hog Rock. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Or something like that. It's Hog Rock or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. Evil
Or
said
Gettysburg or one of those. Yeah.
Hog Rock.
Rock.
Hog Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hog Rock.
And then they go. I thought he went to another one. That was, or maybe it's just the same one. It's just because they have it twice a year or something like that.
Yeah. But I ain't putting anybody down that does anything like that. They want to go to those kind of things. Hey.
Oh no, yeah, but hey, more power
Go
to
to
you.
you,
I've been to them and I enjoy them. I enjoy the camping ones though. The more like smoke out stuff. Like here, we're gonna go and we're gonna camp for 3 days, 4 days, and we're not gonna leave. We don't need a big city to go through to different places to see Harley dealerships and shit like Daytona and stuff. Yeah, it's fun to camp with my buddies and all that. Love being with them, but I could care less to go to a dealership and walk around.
Yeah, I don't care
with
about
vendors and shit. I just don't care for the vendors. I'm not buying their stuff.
Right.
They're just too expensive for me. I mean, I just don't do that. I don't go to those.
Go to Chillicothe, Ohio. What are you asking, Salty? What do I just go there, or do I go there for
Chili coffee? That Chillicothe. What is there? I mean,
I don't know. That's what I'm asking him because
I need a motel room. Camping isn't my thing. I understand, Gloria. Trust me. I like to be. I like to be in a bed. That's why a lot of times I'd stay with friends. With
no,
RVs.
I have not been to that, Salty. I have not been to that.
A lot of friends let me stay with them RVs, not have a bed. But if I had to, I would camp. Or I would.
My wife hates. She doesn't want to lay on the ground. She don't want nothing to do with that.
I don't like to either. It's like my last resort. If I can't,
I don't like to either. But if
I can't get a hotel room,
money,
it is. But if I can't, I'm not too good for it. I've done it for many times. But if I can't get a hotel room or crash with somebody with an RV, I definitely will throw a tent up and get in an air mattress or something. But
Easy Rider is a decent event. Well, I might check it out when they have it. And whenever you're close to here, Salty, you got to let me know, man. I'll meet up with you wherever you're at.
It's coming up, and he sent me a thing on it, I believe, or he posted a thing on it. It's they got some pretty bikes there, man. They got some pretty nice bikes. Good custom paint.
I guess it's just hard to impress me. I don't know. I'm just one of them people that's like, I've seen that before. I've seen that before. Okay. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't get impressed.
You're not moved by art?
Not really, I guess not. I don't know. I would like to ride a
John
chopper.
sees something on the side.
I was thinking about that yesterday. I would like to ride a chopper just to see what it's like.
John sees something spray painted on the wall, and he's like, "Who did that shit?" Instead of saying, that's nice. That's nice. That's beautiful. That's a pretty piece of art."
I'm not an artiste. No, I mean, I respect people that like. It's like I used to go to car shows and stuff, and it's just like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just
I think it'd be different if you actually had a car like that.
Well, I worked on them my whole life, and I was around them my whole life, and it's like, man, I've seen that. I've seen this. There ain't much I haven't seen. It's like, I don't know. There's stuff I haven't seen now. Their stuff has changed over the years, but Party in the Pen East in Mansfield is the first event in your area, I think, John. Oh, okay. You're going to have to send me this stuff, Salty, so I'll know what's happening where, because I'll forget. I think I got, the onset of dementia or something.
Well, I forget a lot of stuff.
I forget a lot. Well, I worry about that, seriously, because my mom had it, and she passed away from it. It freaks me out sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Because I forget stuff my wife tells me, but I think we all forget stuff our wife tells us. But anyway.
Yeah, we neglect to speak on that. Yeah, party independent. Yeah, that's the one where they roll the choppers inside the. I think inside the actual cells where one of the lock rooms,
Gotcha.
and they do a show or something. I'd like to go to the Fuel Cleveland show. I think it would be interesting.
You'll never get out of that little town you live in Tennessee.
You're crazy. I go more places than you think.
Okay, Salty. He says I'm working on a list to put out. Waiting on some correspondence on a couple. Okay, gotcha. John, most events are on Cycle. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, that's a pretty good little thing.
Fuel Cleveland is canceled this year at here. Moto. Gotcha.
Oh, wonder why. I know they built up at Born Free out there in California big time. Now then they moved to Texas to do one in Texas, and I think what is it, the fourth year coming up? It's growing pretty rapid out there in Texas, though.
Texas,
and man, they got like a ton of land for it. Like out there, they got the space. They're just of course
space
doing an event. Doing an event, takes, time to build and time to get people to to realize it. It ain't going to just happen overnight,
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I just maybe if I started going to a few, I might get more interested in it again. I don't know.
Well, I like to avoid most big ones anyways because it's just money hungry people. You know what I mean? It's all about
that thumbs up button, guys. If you come in, hit that like button.
It's all about money and what they can sell to you as quick as they can. And
right.
Like here's the vendors, and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, people got to make money.
I get it.
Making money, I don't have a problem with that. Got to make money. But what capitalism is, what life's all about.
Yeah.
You got to make the mighty buck. You got to have money to pay for stuff.
Well, it's not that. They just advertise, it's a motorcycle, and then you get there and it's just people trying to sell stuff.
I see.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just constantly like here,
I got you.
It's just, where's the event? Where's the shows?
I got a notification about a week ago on the fuel being postponed, then it was canceled.
Where's the shows?
What the hell are you doing up there, man?
I told you.
You're the disco guy. I knew you was. There's disco lights up there.
Trying to fix the light, man.
Why you got the light? What are you doing, man? You weird me out, dude.
The wife is in the bed.
Oh.
She's got to get up and go to work. No, it's cool. I just figured I'd cut some of the light out.
Well, don't sit in there while she's sleeping, man.
She'll be all right. I'll be quiet.
Man, my wife would kick me out the damn door. She'd hit me over the head with my own gun. Oh, boy. She would. She'd freaking knock me out if I was in the room like that. Take your phone and go out there in the other room, dude.
Man, I wonder why it was canceled, though. I wonder if it was due to, like, the building space or the because they always have it, and it's like this old brick building and stuff, and they set it up pretty cool, man, the way they set it up. And
probably right.
It's not real big, I mean, it's decent sized, but it's not like a rally or nothing. Yeah, I enjoy more just if we're going to, like meeting up with people and
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got their thing they like to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you like to do. Like we always say, do you.
She is Salty.
Do you.
Yeah. That's
he probably sits there and talks. He's probably on a live in his sleep talking to everybody.
But I'm like you, though. I prefer to just get out and ride. You know, I
Yeah,
can
that's
get
my
out.
thing. That's what
I
I
can
like. That's
I
what I
can
enjoy.
go to old parks. I can go to old store. Have a good time. You know, I can go
Yeah,
and explore.
I can have a great time riding by myself, and I mean by myself,
Yeah,
just me.
yeah.
I have a great time in my own mind, in my
Hmm.
own set. I ain't got to worry about a passenger. I ain't got
Yeah,
to worry about anything. I just go, man. That's
yeah.
don't get me wrong. I like my wife being on the back of my bike too, but there's times I just like to be just me with the bike, not worrying about being the passenger being back there, not worried about anything. Just go. I like that.
That's a cool dude. Something. Yeah, that's me. I can. I mean, it seems like I can get a lot more accomplished when I'm doing the solo. You know.
Yeah, I'm heading to meet up in Detroit. And, oh, gotcha.
I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
kind
I
of a.
mean, I don't know. It's just
Well,
there's
yeah,
something
we
to be
know.
said for
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah. Well, there is. There's something about it. You know
Yeah,
that when you're out and it's just like it's our time. You know what I mean? It's like
right.
our time. And
It's your straighten your head out time, in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, and then it's not just that to me. It's more like it's that, but it's also it's our like kind of break, and you know what I mean, kind of
yeah,
like detachment from the place and everything that's going on. It's like
right.
we get out, even if it's for a few hours or whatever. It's
Yeah,
like
just a few hours. I'm not asking you to do it all
yeah,
day.
yeah,
I'm just saying just a
yeah.
few hours,
Even for a few hours, it's just like man,
which I
we're
have
feeling
done
just
all day. But yeah, just go wherever I want to go. No worries where I'm going. Who gives a
because it
shit when
seems
I
like I
get back?
always come back in a better mood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you can come back feeling
absolutely.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, your thinking's different. You're thinking you ain't your brain ain't as cloudy as it was when you left.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
me time is important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, Gloria. Me time is important, man. Some people don't agree with that though. What do
Well,
you
the
need
good
me time for?
yeah. Well, the
What's
good
me
thing.
time?
Why do you want to be away from me?
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, but the good thing is you never know who you might run into on the road. You know what I mean? Like meet somewhere or see, and you have good conversations with people out when you stop to do something. Someone comes up to you and you have a good conversation or, whatever. So, I
there you
mean,
go. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds good, Evil. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got the thing they like to do, and nothing wrong with any of it. You know what I mean?
you
Much
I
respect to
mean,
whatever you want to do.
if you want to just ride around your community, that's your business. If you want
Nothing wrong with that.
to,
You want to ride to go get an ice cream? That's cool too. You want to ride to go to dinner? That's cool too. If you just ride to go to bike week, that's cool too. It's whatever you like to do.
yeah, because
If you like to have a motorcycle and it just sits in your garage, you like to stare at it. That's fine too. I ain't got no problem with that too.
no,
Because some people do. They like to have a
yes,
motorcycle.
yeah,
They
just
like
to
to have it
say
in
they
their
have it.
garage, and they like the fact that they just have a motorcycle, and they're
Oh
good.
yeah, like yeah, I own a bike.
And
They
and
don't.
and you, if that's the motorcycle you want to get, the guy that takes it out, puts it in his driveway, polishes it, changes the oil, never rides it, puts it back in the
Takes it
garage.
back in the garage.
That's one you want to buy.
Yeah. Not only that, it's like you got the guys that just go to bike night and they go out
Yeah,
just to meet the same guys every week.
they
Every
ride just enough to keep the bike okay. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just enough. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. It's all good. I can respect that, but I don't. I got to get out and go. I gotta go ride. I'm going nuts right now because I haven't been able to ride.
Me
So,
both.
so got that good weather there for a little bit, teased the hell out of me, and then it went to shit. But, gotta expect that for April, I guess.
They did Trump's fitness thing, his thing checkup thing today. I think
Physical,
it was
yeah,
physical or something like that.
yeah.
And then of course Jasmine Crockett gets on there and says, "This is blowing my mind and amazing that nobody is questioning his mental health." Like, really? He's saving
I
he's
would question
resetting
her mental
everything.
health. She's the one that needs
Exactly.
her mental health
Yeah,
question.
exactly. Like
Something
he
wrong with
is
that lady.
completely resetting everything in good ways. He's got all these people wanting to negotiate. These countries are dropping their stuff. They're coming to the table. Things are going back up. The market's going up. I don't know if it's going to work or not. There's a reason he's doing it. Seems to me like, it's going to take some time no matter which way he went. They're going to criticize him about it no matter what. If he even did it, like he said, didn't matter what he did, they would not applaud him. They would not say you're doing a good job. Even if he did something they wanted. And if he passed it or did something, they still would not be happy. Yeah, she's got a big mouth, man. Like completely, like, my Lord.
You gotta ignore them, man. They're all nuts. They're all nuts.
Oh yeah, they're wackadoodles.
Just live your life, man. Just enjoy your life. The hell with what they do. Can't change what they do.
No, and that's why I say though. But here's what's messed up. And it's not messed up, but it kind of, if you look at it at the point or the way you ain't got to agree with my view or my opinion. Who wrote the Constitution? Our forefathers. Who created this country? Why? Because they didn't want us to, be under one ruler king. You know what I mean? They didn't want us to have that. They created the Constitution in ironclad. You know why? And guess what they did? They wrote it for the people in America because they knew America was going to grow and have more people in it. But they wrote that. Who wrote that? The government. The guys that was in, George Washington, all these guys. They wrote the Constitution for us because they knew they were going to violate our shit, and they knew that they better put something out. So,
well, you know why they do that, right? Because it happened to them.
Yes.
And it's happened all down through time.
That's what I'm saying. They wrote that out, in my opinion. They wrote it out because they knew, and they were the government. They were the leaders and stuff. So they knew they better put something out because they knew the people, needed rights, So they put the Constitution out, and people are like, what are you talking about? Constitutional rights, your rights, free speech, all this, the government did it for a reason, guys. They created the Constitution for a reason so we could, not be ran by them like that. So we could question the government and say, hey, wait a minute, you can't, we're not going to live under tyranny and one ruler king and dictatorship and be slaves to you guys. They wrote it for a reason. So, and I tell you what, man, if you don't exercise your rights, dude, you're going to lose them slowly. We're losing them because they just keep on with this stuff and keep on with it. And like they keep making these laws and bills up, and, oh, you can't do this or that if it offends somebody or this or that. Like they got into that era of craziness, and it's like, really? Because the Constitution says I can, but now you're saying you got a bill or a law that says, or your policy says I can't do this, but how does your policy trump the Constitution? You know what I mean? It shouldn't. Because the Constitution is ironclad. You know what I mean? That's your rights. I don't understand how they can write a policy up. Not the government, like your local state or whatever. They write a policy up and say, oh, you can't do this or that. Well, why not? I thought the Constitution went all over the United States, So
yeah. Well, that state has, you understand that state has their own constitution.
Yeah.
Every state has their own constitution. But the Constitution, federal Constitution trumps state laws. So.
That's what I thought.
But anyway, whatever.
But I'm just saying, our forefathers, our leaders knew that we needed protection from them,
Yeah, because they knew it's going to happen eventually. Oh, man.
Yep. So I don't know.
Well, the chats went dead. What are you guys doing out there? You sleeping? Everybody sleeping?
Like I said, it's
10 o'clock. It's early. Somebody else having a live? I don't know. I didn't check.
I don't know. I don't really get on there and look. I was
Eagle says just watching. Yeah, I get you, brother.
I was eating, so I didn't have it on. Let's see. Tomorrow is going to be 54 and sunny here. So Sunday's going to be 67 and sunny, 75 Monday. Then back to the 50s on Tuesday and Wednesday.
See, that's what I don't understand. We're going to have 70-something Monday. And and then rain, and then back that right back down
Yeah.
to 50 degrees. You know what the hell,
But
man?
yeah, but next Thursday through Friday is going to be from 68 to 76. So who knows? Good. Well, the weekend's looking good for Easter, in my opinion.
Gotcha, Salty.
Next Sunday, anyways, 76, partly cloudy.
Gotcha,
So,
Evil. Yeah, I just wanted to, won't be long, and it'll be every day. It'll be in the 80s, and I'll be out riding. So just got to be patient. Just got to be patient.
It's hard sometimes. So, well, I broke 800 subscribers. I'm at 807.
There you go. That's cool, man.
On that channel. I just now checked it. Let's see.
Salty, don't put them on backwards 3 times.
628,000 views. And it's still going.
Man, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it is. That's insane, dude.
Just the 5 of us. Yeah, that's all right. That's all.
Almost 1,000 on that other channel. That's crazy. 800. And on this one, I'm at 9,810 subscribers. So I've gained 11 subscribers since yesterday. That's good. And my videos actually they're in the 60s on the views on the early morning. Like those usually don't do like real great or nothing for some reason. I guess because it's so early. I'm almost at 70 views on those.
Well, mine do around 170, so my channel's better than yours.
Y'all hear the ego on this dude? I mean, my goodness.
I'm just messing with you.
I know. That's all right though. I mean, they'll pick
my
up.
lives do better than your lives. LOL, nope, not this time. Tires come down on them. I didn't want to risk scratching one. She'd kill me. Yeah, I bet she would, man. No scratchy. No scratchy the rims, man. My lives do better than yours. Hell, I do better lives on Rabbit Hole than you do.
Probably.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I don't know. They'll catch on.
Yeah, they will.
I do gotta do some. Yeah, I do got. Well, I was the king of lives, man, for a couple of years. But I tell you, dude, if you'd have seen my stockpile of lives I'd done on my show, dude, I was doing them all the time, man. I mean,
so you got burnt out. Well, you can burn yourself out with that shit.
Big time. It just got.
I get burnt out with just what I do sometimes. I get a little wasted.
It's just, you can get completely quicker than you think too. You know, you do, like, you can get burnt out really quick.
Well, I know a lot of stuff's going to start to die off here in the next couple of months because I'll be on trips and doing a lot of things. So the channel will have to just, won't be as much stuff going on the channel, but that's all right. It'll survive.
Well, I mean, there'll be a lot more people that'll be out creating more content too, though. Like even not just motorcycle stuff, but it'll be
just where I'm going. Me and the wife, where we go, what we're doing. When we go up in the mountains, I like to, put all that up. If people watch, they watch, and if they don't, they don't. That's cool too. Whatever.
Have any of you guys been seeing those new little toy? Like people posting their little action figures that AI is creating for them, and they're doing their own little action figures.
I haven't seen that. Huh.
Like there's an app you can do. It's like it's showing it big on Facebook and Instagram. Like there's an app you
all
can download.
All kinds of AI apps.
And it looks like, and you create yourself and what accessories you want, your motorcycle or, whatever, knives, stuff like that. But you create it and it looks like you're in a package, like a action figure toy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, man, that shit, I'm seeing that everywhere, dude. Like everywhere. It's all I see.
That's why I'm saying AI is really not going to be that big of a deal.
No, I don't think it will.
Real.
No, you can tell it's all fake.
It's cheesy stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, for now, until Terminator comes out and says, or RoboCop, or they do something like that. So
right. I don't think
Uh,
that's coming either. I think they're overblowing all that shit.
Here's a Hot Wheels one that says the Chrysler 300 owner action figure. I hate to even say it. I'm not going to say it. It's rude. They're doing
Yeah, don't
stupid
say
crap.
it.
No, I mean, like,
Don't
they're
say it.
doing, that's what I'm saying. People are doing stupid crap with it. Like, I seen one, I think Kelly B. Gladden did one of his motorcycle and him and stuff, like, in the package, like action figure in the package. It was cool
My
because
wife.
he had his road glide and stuff in there, and all that. So,
Yeah,
you can do, I think you can do just whatever you put in there.
the matte paint. Okay, gotcha, Salty.
Oh my goodness, it's nasty.
There's so many different AI stuff now. I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Everything, man, there's so many shorts and stuff of all these,
And it's going to
crazy
burn itself
AI.
out. And
Yeah.
want to watch
And
it.
it's, nobody's going
I don't want to watch
use
it
it.
now. I just
No,
like,
that's what I mean. Nobody's going to want to use it because it's not real. It's just not.
She wants to change it from the matte paint next. Change it from the matte paint next. Gotcha. Boy, you're spending that money, Salty. Spend that money. Spend that money.
He has here lately. He's been spending some bukus.
Hey, you can't take it with you, man.
No,
You
I
can't take it
mean,
with you.
no, you can't.
Isn't what what she said? Isn't it your wife's B day? She needs a B day. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. She's gonna get one later. Shoot, that's funny. Oh man.
Yeah, you might as well enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah, enjoy your life. Live your life, man. Do what you want to do. Have fun because that's like we've said before. When you're laying on your bed in your bed and you can't move and you're 85, 90 years old, it ain't the things that you did that you're going to regret. It's the things that you didn't do that you're going to regret.
Yeah, you're going to look
Do
back and say,
you want to
"What?
do. Why didn't I
Yeah.
do that? Why didn't I take the time to do that? Why didn't I take the time to do this? I'll be good, Gloria. I'll be good.
Yeah, because now
I'll
you
be
can't
good.
do it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
just-
do what you can. I mean, don't put yourself in a bad spot, but I mean, do what you can. Do what you can do. Go do what you can afford to do. Don't. I mean, there's so much you can do without a lot of money too. There's a lot of things you can do without a lot of money. You can take a nice bike trip without a lot of money if you do it right. Hey, how you doing, brother? Not
But
so
I'm
just
like-
in the future, we won't be able to even understand what's real and not real.
No, I don't
That's
believe that.
AGI and then ASI. It will manipulate and you and the programmers. It probably already is. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
I think it's going to be used more for propaganda and stuff like that.
Oh,
than
I'm
it will
James.
be.
You think, man? Good to see you.
I don't think it. I think we'll be able to tell like we are now.
Yeah,
You can just. It looks too cartoonish. You know what I mean? Like it looks.
but are those certain AI set up to look?
Yeah,
like that?
true.
I mean, that could be the case too.
But
you know what I'm saying?
like that one we showed, the other night. The AI
Yeah.
guy on the screen talking and then answering questions, and I could
Yeah,
still tell.
he had to wait. He had to wait to calculate the
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his eyes,
Yeah.
and he flinched, and
Yeah.
his head was moving like a robot.
way he
It
moved.
was like,
That's the way the robots are going to move.
they would have to clear that completely up. They would have to
Yeah.
clean. They would have to clean that up. Like
Right.
completely.
Mm.
I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't be useful, but how much is that going to like? How much stuff is that? Oh, look there.
Oh, whoa, what we got going on here? Hey, what's happening, Mr. Lost in the Woods?
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah. Just hanging out. Just hanging out.
Mm, that was at a birthday party.
Yeah, I forgot it's Franny's birthday, ain't it?
Yep.
Yep, I forgot hers is the same day as Kim's. I totally forgot about that.
Did you?
I sold 3 bikes to fund a couple of bills. 4 months off work hurt the fun money. Yeah, I can see that, Salty. I understand that.
How old of a birthday party there, Coy?
James, what you see
Please.
now is just
Like a grandkid birthday?
Fun.
No, my daughter-in-law.
Oh, So, like an adult,
Mm.
what kind of party games did you have?
There's no games.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm saying some people like to do
Yahtzee's
party.
playing with the grandkids.
Okay, I was gonna say some people like to
He
do
had a
party
nice,
games.
clean evening. Nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Evil
Like how
Rick
much?
says hi, Coy. Gloria says hi, Coy. Coy.
Like how much?
Hey, everyone.
How much alcohol can you consume through a bottle, a baby's bottle? Hey, there's all kinds of things people love to play. You know what I always like to play? Charades or like those. Well, y'all probably know what I'm talking about. You know, you could buy the games at Walmart, and they had the big decks of not like playing cards, but the cards you read the questions, and you could do different topics like movies or science
Oh,
or
yeah,
history.
yeah.
I forget the name of those. They was always fun. Get to sit
I
around,
never got
or
into
like,
playing games.
or what was that one you have to draw on a board and try to draw, and the other team had to guess it. Win, lose, or draw, or
No, I don't know what the hell
something
that
like
is.
that.
You had to draw on a board. Oh, you had to draw it out, and they had to guess what you were drawing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't wait till the grandkids are old enough to take to Disney. There you go.
Pitching there.
We took the grandkids to Disney.
God, that's a miserable
Supposed
place.
to be the happiest place on earth. Oh my gosh!
All you're going to
Was it
see is
miserable?
disabled people there.
Oh, it was.
Everybody there's
I
got a
mean, it
knee
was
brace or in
okay.
a
I
wheelchair or a scooter, and they're
But the kids didn't seem like they were all that happy a lot of times.
just go watch a Disney video, dude. There's a
Pictionary? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. Maybe there's a guy that does Disney daily videos, and he's huge, man, on YouTube. If you just type in Disney videos or whatever, this dude does. He's a big channel, and he shows you and he tells you anything you need to know about that place. The
It's very
food,
expensive there too, man.
yeah.
Very expensive.
Oh yeah,
James said that place is nuts.
yeah. It is.
It's crazy.
I wouldn't waste my money on them.
I've never been and don't plan to go. But hey, some
telling
kids
you.
like it, and if that's what they want, if they want Grandpa to take them,
My
to Disneyland,
oldest daughter,
it is what it is.
she would go every year. She went down there, even as she is a year or two back. She was going. Her and her boyfriend and stuff. They loved it. She grew up. She loved Disney. My other two girls grew up on Disney movies. They liked it too. But
Disney's kind of went off the rails a little bit, though.
yeah, you better have some money though. I'm telling you, you go down there.
Well, doesn't everything take money? Hell, Gatlin, just going to simply Gatlinburg now costs a fortune. I mean,
Yeah,
just
anywhere.
Everything's expensive, no matter where the hell you go.
Yeah.
It costs money, man.
Their hotel rooms were ridiculous, even for veterans. Like they went up. My brother's father-in-law is a veteran, and him and a bunch of his veteran friends go down there every year to Disney, and they stay for like 4 or 5 days. And it's just went up so much. It's just drained them. It's like he tells me about it because I know him, and he's like, "Dude, you would not believe the prices and everything that's went up and just went outrageous. Even the hotel rooms and they supposed to get discounts as veterans, and they completely just." He's like, "We ain't even going back next year. It's just outrageous, and you can't be freely because there's so many fruitcakes down there that." You know what I mean? Like, seriously, dude. Like, they went big time. And I know people say, "Oh, that's just a media set." No, go watch them videos, man. They completely did. And it's like everybody's like a middle-aged, disabled, got knee. Why is everybody? And that's what the one guy talks about. Why has everybody got knee braces on? Why is everybody broke down and handicapped? And they're driving the scooters and stuff around. They're all, middle-aged, older people, and they're all walking around disabled, and like these people that are still doing it. And it's like, it's weird though, man. It's weird to see all those people there at a kid, theme park.
I don't know. I was in the 501st just before the world. Did you say mean world? World shut down, and then I left to do Disney redoing their census forms for us, for the U.S. members. I think that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
Sorry if I messed that up. But
John can't
yeah, I've
read.
never been. I've never been to this. Hey, man, you gotta be nasty. You're all distorted. So blah, blah, blah.
Today, Junior. What was that? Happy or Billy Madison? He goes back to school.
Oh man, you're not even right. Sorry.
Can you imagine
Sorry,
going
James.
to school for your senior year? Would you like that?
Huh?
Would you like to go back to high school for your senior year?
Oh my god.
Could you repeat your high school year?
Hey, where'd you guys go eat tonight, Coy?
We didn't. They had pizza.
Oh,
Nice.
pizza.
Ordered La Rosa's pizza.
I left that Disney organization because they got weird and asked questions that are none of their business. Yeah, that's just what a lot of companies started doing, asking questions that's none of their damn business. Stay out of my personal life. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Now they look at your social media accounts
Mm-hmm.
before they hire you now.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, they'll look you up.
It's crazy.
And if you have any
Yeah.
kind of political or support, they will not. They don't want you. Or well, they're not their political support. You know, I should say.
Right.
That's why you
Yeah,
always
that's-
wake up and
That's the best bet, Salty. Do B&Bs. It's better than doing hotels. I agree with you there. But yeah, they'll look up your butthole before they even hire you. You know, it's
well,
like,
I mean,
stay off my social media. What's that got to do with whether I could do? What does my personal stuff got to do with you hiring me into a job?
because they want people that only agree with their agendas. That's why
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I
they
get
don't
it.
want. They don't want anybody in there that's going to. They call us disruptors.
They need to pass laws where they can't do that. They can't look at your
Don't
shit.
matter if it's a
I'll
private
look anyway.
owned business. Yeah,
Well, what I mean is they can't. It's like they can't discriminate against what your personal.
It doesn't matter. They can say that all they want, but they still discriminate. They still.
Man,
Oh.
you guys just can't give me a little bit of something, man.
No, they still discriminate.
Give me a little bit of something. Don't just to destroy my world completely.
How are you going to prove
Jesus.
that they discriminated, though? I mean, you're not
No,
going to
you
prove it.
can't. No, you can't.
they just say, "Oh, he's not qualified enough.
Right.
Yeah, there'd be some kind of bullshit.
He doesn't have enough
Those
degree.
laws are.
He
How do
doesn't
you-
have enough
How do you
experience.
enforce those laws?
You can't,
Mm,
especially if it's a private owned business.
yeah.
I mean, doesn't Disney own like CNN or MSNBC and let's see, what's that other one? Like
They
the
own
movie,
all kinds of shit.
like MGM and all that shit, and Hollywood and all that stuff.
Hollywood.
That lady's the lady that owns it, his granddaughter or daughter, whatever she is to him. Yeah, she's sitting on some.
Isn't
Like-
Walt Disney's head like frozen somewhere, or his body?
His whole body is. Yeah,
Oh,
it's,
okay.
it's biofroze.
Cryogenics.
Oh, it's
Right.
got to be rotten and done by now. I don't care how frozen it is. Right?
You can get your body done like that for only $250,000.
I don't want my body frozen. What the hell?
Well,
is that
they
gonna
keep
make?
you in case they come up with a cure for whatever you had, and they just thaw you
But
back
wasn't
out.
he an old man when he died, or was he?
Yeah,
Young?
no, he was old.
Well, so what the hell's the difference then? They're going to put his brain in bring his brain back to life and put it in some.
No, they're gonna just they
clones.
I don't know what the point of it is. I don't get it.
I work.
Now, what's up with these dire wolves that they brought back?
Ain't that some weird stuff?
Sure, I don't cross.
Yeah.
lines, so I'm careful.
Off of a tooth and a skull of they
12,000 years old, and now they're
That's
trying to bring back a mammoth, a woolly mammoth. And I'm
Woolly-
like,
They said that there's people trying to say that's bullshit. They didn't.
no, it's real.
It's real.
No, there's people out there. There's people I've watched them today saying, "Don't believe that. They did not bring back that particular wolf. It's bullshit." They're saying it. They're lying.
They
It's
have
not
them.
true. Yeah, but they're not what they're saying.
They got 3 of them.
But
Yep.
they say
They
they're
got
not
two
those
males and one female.
They're in a
Right, but they're
2,000
saying that
captivity.
They're
not
saying
really that
they're
wolf.
Not real. Yeah, they're really not that wolf. Is what they're.
The
trying
guy
to
was
say.
on Joe Rogan. Come on now, and
That don't make him right, man. Dude.
the guy was on Joe Rogan, man. He's talking about the guy that is
I've
involved in
seen
it.
the show, and I just don't believe him.
Well, the thing I see is
For real, man. They brought him back.
look, things died out for a reason. You know what I mean? They
Yeah,
went,
let
everything
Mother
that went
Nature handle it.
extinct, everything that
Yeah,
went
let Mother Nature
extinct.
handle it. Let Mother Nature
Exactly.
handle
Things that went extinct went extinct for a reason because they couldn't handle
was
what was
driving the
coming
truck,
or the new. I swear, I think
when
it's
I was
like,
driving the truck, I took a load to Hollyweird. I was about a half a mile from the big sign. I could see it from where I was. That was over 20 years ago, and the place was a dump.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
still
Place is a
is.
dump. What I hear. That's what I hear. I've never
Yeah.
been there, so I can't speak of it, but that's what I hear.
Well, I'm telling you right now, things died out for a reason because the environment they could not handle. You know what I mean? Look at all the concrete. You want to bring back things that look how much buildings and concrete. We don't have the right thing for certain animals to come back to. We don't have, we just don't.
I
We've
just think it's
over
pretty crazy that the technology they have the technology to bring something back.
we've overpopulated it, the place. Now those dire wolves are in America. They're in a cage, 2,000
Exactly,
acres, I think
Salty.
they said, but they're in
Exactly.
captivity. So what are we gonna do? Bring back everything and keep it locked up in captivity? That ain't right. You know what I mean? They're not being asked to be brought back. There's a reason the ecosystem and shit will not work for them. They're going to create something that's not going to be, that's going to be bad.
I'd say leave the past in the past. Leave
Yeah.
the animals that died off, leave them alone.
Well, they got woolly mammoths that are frozen completely with
Why do
other
they
animals
want
in
to
their
bring back
food.
the woolly mammoth?
Yeah,
Why?
they got
Why?
other animals that's frozen in their food, in their stomachs whole and stuff, and they're trying to pull their DNA too. Well, I looked it up
Richie
the other day.
Cunningham.
The size of okay. So what?
Okay. Wayne is watching you, Ray.
Okay. Good deal. Nobody gives a shit. But anyways,
okay. That was rude.
No, it ain't. Trust me.
Okay. Gotcha.
Anyways, I looked it up. The woolly mammoth is the size of the elephant. Is the African elephant.
Yeah. Why bring it? Why bring the woolly mammoth back? Why bring the wolf back? Why? Why not just leave it all in the past? That's where it's meant to be. That's where it's meant to be.
Well, not only that, they're going to cage them, and then they're raising them friendly, and they wasn't meant to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, they were meant to be what they were when they were
predators. They were meant to be in packs and predators, and
Why would you bring something back to keep it caged up? Basically, that's why I don't like zoos. I hate zoos.
Yeah.
I hate zoos. I hate to go see them tigers and everything just locked in them little spaces. It's like, that's bullshit. Let them be out in the wild.
Yeah, because I mean, just like the elephant or the woolly mammoth, they're going to put it in a cage, and it's going to have like a 20.
More tigers privately owned than there are in the wild.
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard.
And that's
Texas.
And that's brutal. I think you go to a zoo, and you see a big lion in a 20-foot by 20-foot cage. That's brutal.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are. You know what I mean? All these animals in little cages and monkeys that can't even run free.
I don't like to even see a dog on a chain. I don't want to see nothing chained up.
Yeah, and that's me. Yeah, I don't want to see any of them. I don't want to see them all because like I said, you go to the zoo, you got all these monkeys that would love to be in the wild running and having fun, but no, we got them all in a damn little, pen, and everybody's sitting here feeding them and laughing at them.
And they wonder why they're going by when you go by the monkey's giving you the middle finger.
Yeah. Exactly.
Or throwing his shit at you, shitting in his hand and throwing his shit at you because you got him in the cage,
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on, man. Get that thing out of that damn cage, put it back in the wild. We can't put it in the wild now because you took it out of the wild. But we don't. I think zoos are cruel.
They are.
I don't believe in them. I don't like them. I think they're cruel because I walk around there with my kids when they were younger. I'm like, this is not right, man. I mean, this ain't right. How would we like to be in one of those cages with the animals walking around gawking at us?
Go to Florida. Hey, go to Florida, dude. They got like freaking 500 alligators in like this little 10-foot pond. You know what I mean? Like this little bitty. And I'm like, that is cruel, dude. Like they should not all be in that together. Like they should at least have somewhere to spread out and enjoy. It's sickening. Or these old turtles and all these turtles in like an 8-foot, 10-foot space. Yeah. And it's like, what the crap? Why would you do that?
Because they don't care. Just making money. You know, just trying to make money off people coming in, bringing their kids to the zoo, man, making
Yeah.
money. What do you think, Coy?
Yeah, it's all about making money.
Yeah.
I don't think those animals should be trapped in there. They look sad.
No,
to me.
I don't. I think that's cruel. Now,
Yeah.
if they're animals that were like, injured or something and they couldn't be back in the wild anyway because they wouldn't make it anyhow or something like that, okay.
Yeah.
But then my point is they should die off naturally, like Mother Nature intended to work. You just have
Exactly.
people
I don't know.
gawking at those animals. I just don't like that.
Yeah. To me,
I
it
understand.
seems,
I understand having places like reserves for animals like that, Coy, where they'd be out still in the wild,
Right.
reserve, but having them in a zoo where everybody could just walk around and
In a cage, yeah.
Yeah, in a cage. Basically, they're in a cage, and that's just not cool, man. I don't like that.
yeah, I think it's more for entertainment. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
for
it's for human
entertaining
fun.
people, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly, James.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
they're on the extinction list and all this. So that means you need to like cage them. I mean that
Yeah.
that ain't right.
That's not cool.
So
It's not
or to
cool.
see these big beautiful birds in Florida. Like I've been to a zoo, man. I took the kids, and they got these big, like tons of beautiful birds and all that. And I'm like, that sucks, man. I know some were born in captivity and they wouldn't know how to survive, But dude, let them fly, let them go. You know what I mean? Let them go and see if they can live and live right. So, I mean,
But they justify it in other ways, Well,
oh yeah, it's the animal protection shit.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Just like everything else. Blah blah blah.
Like they're obligated to protect these animals, and that's fine. Get them a sanctuary, but let them live free.
Yeah, put them on a big wild sanctuary where they can roam long distance. Not
Yeah,
just
don't exactly.
cage,
Don't yeah.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. That's just my opinion.
Coy, what's your weekend plans, bud?
Work.
I
still got to finish getting that tree off my shed.
Oh yeah, you still gotta get that done, huh? Ooh boy.
I thought you was working on that.
I am. It's a lot. It's just me.
He's old, man. He's old, man.
Well, John said, how long you been working on it? 3 days now?
Yeah, I work on it. I got to get my chainsaw running now. I had to order a carburetor for it because my carburetor had been sitting for a long time. I tried to get it to work, but
bought a new one. Should have just went and bought a new one.
Yeah, I spent all that time trying to get it running. It ran for a little bit, and then put all new gas lines in it, and it ran for a little bit. And it stopped, won't run no more. So I just ordered another one.
Huh.
They're only like $10. I don't know. It's like, why did I spend all that time messing with that thing? I should have just bought one, $10, throw it on there, and been done with it.
Yeah. But
I tried to say, "Oh, save a little money. I'll get it running."
I got to fix this thing. It's a man thing.
Yeah.
I'll make it run. Damn it, it's gonna run.
All right. So I'm pretty much I'm doing it all myself. So I got to be careful being up there on that roof, on a ladder, trying to cut this thing down.
You don't want to fall and injure yourself.
I mean, this is a pretty good sized tree, so it's not no little thing.
How big is it?
They're just now finishing up the back of the house. It took them all week. They still haven't got it done, but they're getting there.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
They have to replace the roof thing.
Yeah, they had to replace the roof. Oh, they had to do all kinds of stuff. It actually hit the top of the house, damaged the whole roof up there. So
yeah, I put a big dent in my metal roof. I don't. Hopefully, it ain't
leaking. Well, you said it wasn't leaking, was it?
It wasn't. It rained a couple days, and I didn't see any water come through, but.
Well, that's good. That's a positive.
But I got the dilemma trying to keep it from, because it's fell over my chicken coop onto my shed, so now it's over the top of the chicken coop. When I start cutting it, I gotta be careful I don't drop it on my chicken coop and crush it. So I had a bunch of skids I stacked up, made like a scaffolding up to it, so when I cut it, it'll sit on that.
Oh, gotcha.
So you ain't got no chickens in there?
Yeah, I got chickens. Yeah.
Did it hurt any of them?
No, it didn't hit it because it landed on my shed, and the chicken coops not as tall as my shed, so it didn't hit my shed. It's right over top of it.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
cut it. It's going to fall on my. So I had to make a scaffolding to it to try to prop it up when I go to cut it off.
Gotcha. Good
And
idea.
it won't slam into my chicken coop and destroy it.
yeah, get you a
James
2x4 and
says-
put it under there.
James says 3 points of contact at all time when you're on a ladder. Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I'm gonna.
I'm up there with my pole saw and a ladder, sawing off all these branches off of it, whittling it down to where I can.
Hey, I'm gonna jump off here. The wife's gonna kill me because she's sitting behind me. Like, what are you doing? So I guess I'm being loud. So, but I'll holler back at you or something here in a bit or something.
All right, brother.
All right.
See?
Bye.
All right.
See you.
ya. Yeah, his wife went to bed. I told him, I said, if your wife's going to bed, man, get out of there. You don't want to disturb the wife. She's got to go to work in the morning. My wife had already threw me out. He's been sitting there a while with her in bed. My wife would have hit me in the head with something and threw me out of there. But yeah, you got to be careful on them ladders. You got to be careful. You don't want that falling in the chicken coop. You don't want the chicken coop to be smashed all to hell.
No, so I'm in a kind of a dilemma.
You got Tony going to come over and help you?
He's got things that he's doing, so.
Oh shit, that's not good. Well, hell, just do it like, can you do just like a section at a time and then just roll it off?
Yeah, but
the skids.
It's when it falls, it's like it's wherever it goes, it's going to go because I can't saw it and try to control it and everything by myself. So I don't know.
No, like if you built skids up to it.
Yeah.
Can't you just cut it and then just once it's on the skids, just roll it off the skids?
I'm hoping that's what. But still, when it fell, it's still connected to the main big trunk of the.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like the tree was splitting. It's got two halves of the tree, and this part fell off, and it's still kind of connected here, and it's laying on my shed. So
I offered to go help him out, so he won't.
Hopefully, I'll figure it out.
He won't accept my help. I
don't want to get nobody hurt.
He's afraid I'll get hurt. But yet, years ago, he used to put me up on the highest trees, cutting them down. He used to put me up on the roof, highest roof, doing work.
That's right.
He used to put me in danger all the time, but I guess he's gotten soft.
You're young then.
I was young then. Yeah. I've offered to go help him, Salty. I really did. So I had to go feed.
So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna
staring at me.
Put a strap on it because when I cut it in sections, it's gonna fall, and I myself have no way to control which way it's gonna go. So I thought, well, I'll put a strap on it, strap it here, and strap it over here, and cut it in the middle. And when it falls, that strap will hold it so it won't fall all the way down on my chicken coop. And take it out pieces like that, and then take it off the strap, cut out another little section.
Gotcha. Yeah, gravity's a bitch, James. It is. You just gotta be careful what you do, and be careful that it don't fall on you, and you don't fall with it, because that could be a tragedy. We don't heal easy when you get older. Things take longer, unless you eat perfect and you're in perfect shape and all that good stuff, which we're not. I mean, that is what it is. Yeah, Ray. Boy, I tell you, Ray had to go quiet a little bit when his wife came in here. It was hard to believe he was that quiet. It was weird. It was weird, too, today when he went off the show. When he got to the doctor, you didn't come on. I didn't think you would. I figured you'd be working on the tree. It got weird when he got clicked out and went to the doctor's office. It got so quiet, I didn't know what to do.
Jeez.
Ray's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. He just likes to talk, and that's all right. It's all right. Everybody's different.
Yep.
He's a good guy. So yeah, just be careful when you're up there, man. Don't make any. Make sure you plan every step, and don't do anything that's gonna, mess you up. It's not worth it.
We'll see if my scaffolding works.
If you need my help, just give me a call. I'll come up there and help you.
And the thing is, too, it's been muddy back there, swampland. On top of it.
It's swampland all around the house, man.
That's like, geez.
Swamp. I can't even let the dog out in the backyard. I got to let her out in the front because the backyard's so bad. She'll just run, and the next thing you know, she's full of mud. She's just soaked because it's so nasty back there.
Yeah, it's like we've had enough rain for a while. We need at least a week without no rain, please. I got to cut grass. I can't even get the grass cut. It's like, too much going on.
Yeah, how you gonna cut the grass when it's swampland back there? Gotta be careful, man. You get stuck back. You get stuck back there.
I have gotten stuck. And then I have to drag it out myself.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
I'm
know,
getting
I got-
too old for this.
I got stuck so bad one time down there when I lived in Aurora and I had that 2.25 acre. I got stuck so bad I had to take the truck down in the
Oh,
field
jeez.
to get the tractor out. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful. I have a video out with Ray on a Grom. What? Really? No, you don't. Ray on a Grom. That would be strange. Man. A little bit quiet tonight. Ain't much going on, man. It's one of them Friday
No.
nights. Ain't much going on. Me and the wife went out to a Cheesecake Factory for her birthday dinner. And boy, the Cheesecake Factory has gotten awful expensive, let me tell you.
Really?
Woo! Yeah, it was expensive. I'm like, man, they wanted for a steak dinner, they want 40 something bucks. I can go to Texas Roadhouse and get it for 27 bucks. I was like, I just ordered a sandwich. I was like, I ain't paying that for a steak. That's too much money.
Jeez.
So I just ordered a sandwich. And the sandwich was 20 something bucks. It's like, what the hell, man? For a sandwich? Jesus.
Everything's expensive now, no matter where you go.
Yes, I do. It's on my Tennessee meetup vid. Okay, I'll check it. I'll check it out. Yeah, Von de Grom. Oh, Ray. I told him he could come back on his phone, but that's all right. I understand. If you don't like doing StreamYard on your phone is kind of weird. I don't like doing it on my phone either. But when are you going to start on that? You're going to start on that tomorrow morning? You'll be out there tomorrow morning, bright and early, working on that, won't you?
I don't know. Well, my carburetor it's supposed to come in tomorrow, but I don't know when.
Oh, you're waiting on your carburetor to come in. That's right. Gotcha.
All right.
Yep, James, things are very, very expensive. It doesn't matter where you go, what you do nowadays.
Crazy.
It's going to be like that for the next couple of years, I'm afraid, at least. So it'll probably get a little worse, I think. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think, unfortunately, I'm in Ontario, Canada. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. The vid is about 8 minutes. 8 minutes into. It's about 8 minutes into the vid. Oh, okay, gotcha. You. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, so you got to wait to get your. I got a chainsaw here if you want to use it.
Well, it's supposed to come in tomorrow, so.
Okay. Well, if it doesn't, if for some reason you don't get it running, I got a chainsaw brand new one sitting in the box out here. If you need one, it's got brand new chain on it, I think too. I think the last time I used it, I put a brand new chain on it.
Yeah, I sharpened the chain and everything because I was like, man, I got it running, and it ran. And the next day I sharpened it. Next day I went out there to use it. It ran for a little bit and then it quit. I couldn't get it to stay running after that. Took the carburetor all apart, cleaned it all out, everything, did all that crap, put all new gas lines on. Did all that, and it still don't want to run with us. It's like, well, enough with that. Just buy a damn carburetor.
Ray on the Grom.
Because I'm too cheap to go out and buy another chainsaw.
Well, I bet the chainsaws have went up very high in price too.
Yeah.
Probably expensive now,
Well, to get a decent one, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
You can buy cheap ones all day long. Oh, man, I saw one on Amazon for like $56. I was like, yeah, right.
Yeah, I got a Craftsman one, and it runs really good.
Yeah.
It fires right up, does the job, man. Well, I don't. I mean, it's basically brand new. I only used it a couple times, but it's been sitting in the shed. So
They
who
said
knows?
they said since they use ethanol and gas more now,
That's what does it.
they
Yeah.
says that if your carburetor's set because it attracts water, and if you haven't ran something in a long time, it gums up your carburetor, corrodes everything inside there. Gums
Yeah,
it.
I need to get it out, probably clean it up and everything. Probably I need to do that, but
And they
I
said
don't know when I'll
it's
need it.
more of a problem now because of the ethanol that they use in the gas.
Hey, hell, if you want one, I'll probably sell you that one for cheap because I don't use it. Trade wars are getting wild. Yeah, everything's getting wild. He put a pause on everything, though, didn't he? Except for
Yeah,
China. Yeah, yeah.
dropped
How did he
everything,
do
I
that?
think, to 10% or something like that, and
Did he
except for
cave?
China.
Did he cave or what? What happened there?
I haven't looked today. I don't
Okay.
know.
Everybody's saying that he caved, that he gave in, and all this.
No,
I don't know what's going on, man.
he put a pause because the people who come to him want to make a deal. So he paused it and trying to work out a deal with them. If they don't work out a deal, then it goes back in effect.
Oh, okay. I got you. Hmm. He's playing the waiting game. Yeah, James says he's playing the waiting game. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it works, I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, but everything's going more. Every time I go to the store, it seems like everything's high. Just from one week to the next, everything's went up in price. It seems like. Did you see him, John? I got him on a Grom. Chris Venus rode a Grom to the store and came back with a 3-gallon jug of ice cream. I didn't get that vid. No, I didn't see it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it though, Evil. Let's see. I will watch it though. Oh man. Well, I got a busy weekend, but no work, thank God.
You know
I got somebody coming to cut the grass, so I ain't got to deal with it.
what?
Yeah. So um I ain't got to worry about that this one time. So I don't want to be stuck back there in swampland. Let somebody else get stuck. I got just a little lawn tractor. If I had a zero turn, I'd do it. But I sold my zero turn, so because we were living there in the park, so I didn't need it. So I sold it. Then I bought the push mower because that's all I needed. And then I thought, well, that push mower would be better for me anyway. Instead of just sitting on a tractor, I can actually get some exercise while I'm cutting the grass. And of course, then when I moved here, now I needed a tractor again. So I traded. I sold Eddie the tractor, lawn tractor, my son. So I traded him the lawnmower back for the tractor. So now I have the tractor, which I should have kept a zero turn in the first place. But you know how it is. So the tractor, you can get that stuck real easy. It may not benefit. We may suffer worse than we think, but only time will tell. Yeah, James, only time will tell. We'll see what happens. Who knows what's going to happen? I'm making our labor rate up 10 an hour come Monday. Sucks, but it was either that or cut the guy's lunch fund. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, Salty. You got to pay the bills too. You got to make money, brother. You got to make money. That's what people don't understand about the automotive industry. Oh, you guys charge too much for labor. Oh, you guys charge too much for parts. But you got to understand, I got overhead. I got things, we got to pay for things here too. We got to pay our employees. We got to pay for healthcare. We got to keep the lights on. We got to keep our shelf stocked. People don't understand there's a lot goes into that. You know what I mean? That's why you have to charge. And if you can't work on your own car, well, you have to bring it to us. And it is what it is. And I hate to say that, but if you have a business, you're in it to make money, and you got to stay competitive with everybody else. You know what I mean? So you can't go too high, but and people don't understand. That's what a business is there for, is to make money. I mean, I'm not saying price gouge. I'm not saying to rip anybody off. But you got to make money. Yep, my price went up too. Yeah, I mean, you got to make money. What's the labor rates up to now, Salty, the average labor rate? I've been out of business since 2020, so I don't even know what the labor rates are up to now. Got to be up there pretty high. It was high when I was in there. And upper management wanted to keep raising it when I was at Cronin Ford. And I said, look, we can only raise it so high. I said, if you start raising it to where it's you're raising your labor rates past the next guy and you're going up too high, I said, then we're going to lose business. So I said, you can't just, you know what I mean? You can't get crazy with it. Got to at least break even, and I need to make a profit. Yeah, you got to make a profit, no doubt about it. Lunch went up almost double from what it was in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, you can't go nowhere and eat. I understand. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
And the food's not as good.
Yeah, and the food don't taste near. See, doesn't it? Or is that because we
keep
had
it out on their ingredients? Yeah, they're using the cheapest stuff, and you're paying more for crap.
Right. Yeah, you're paying for food that don't taste nearly the same. It don't. I thought it was just me, maybe because that COVID. Ever since I had that COVID shit, my taste buds hasn't been the same. I mean, they haven't. I don't taste things the same like I did before that. Did you find that out to be? Did that happen to you? I never really got my taste back like I had before. I don't think.
Yeah, my taste was gone for a long time too. Yeah.
Ours is 125 an hour, and that's the average. Dealers are at 170. Yeah, well, I was at the dealer, so I'd say 170. Woo, man, that's crazy. Crazy.
I thought it was around 150, so that sounds about right.
That's crazy money, man. That's crazy money. 175. That's crazy. Yeah, so if you're an independent shop, you got to charge less than a dealership. You have to. We don't go out to eat. It's been a long time. Healthy, good food is expensive. Yep. Any food's expensive. Even the crap food's expensive. Everything's expensive. I mean, hell, if you go to crap McDonald's, it'll cost you a fortune just to get a meal for breakfast. Was it like 12, 13, 14 bucks for one person now? Something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's beyond ridiculous. And that's for crap food. That's for garbage, basically. Who knows what's in that stuff? Who knows what's in that stuff? Oh, man.
Shit don't go bad, so there's a lot of stuff in it.
It don't go bad. If a Twinkie can last a lifetime, something's not wrong. Something's wrong with it, right? If it can last 100 years, there's something wrong with it. I don't think you should be eating it. That's why they say, I don't know how true this is. That's why they say when we die, we don't rot away as fast as we used to because we got so many preservatives in us.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, you got me thinking now, Coy. I think I might have to get that chainsaw out and clean it up or see if it'll start.
If it starts.
Yeah, I don't want to sit in there and just go to junk.
Yeah, I mean, if any of those especially the 2-cycle engines, even the 4-cycle, if they sit too long, you can forget it.
I'm betting a crash, and sooner better than later. What do you think? I think they're trying to crash it. Seems like to me. What do you think, Coy? You think they're trying to crash everything down?
I think they want to reset. I think they want to crash the system to bring in another system. So I think they want to get away from cash. I think they want to go into a digital.
Everything digital.
They want to go everything digital. That way they can control things a lot easier. That's what they're going to do. They're going to push the digital. They're going to push the Bitcoin.
So they can control you easier? That's what
they'll probably come up with some kind of digital coin. But yeah, I think plus we're so far in debt. How are you going to ever get out of it? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we're $36 trillion in debt. How the hell you ever get out of that debt? I think it's imaginary debt. I think it's bullshit debt, in my opinion.
I don't know. But I think they want to if they can crash everything and reset and start over. That's the only way probably to get out of it. I mean, Trump's trying to, decrease the government, trying to make it as small as possible.
Yeah,
so
but
that they
it's so
can.
big, man. It's so big and inflated. It's so big. How do you?
Well, if they can shrink the government small enough that they
That's
can
sweet.
just run the government on tariffs and do away with income tax,
Well, that'd be
and
nice.
that would boost the economy and maybe
Right.
help get us out of debt quicker that way. I think that's what he might be planning on trying to do, because he keeps talking about he wants to get rid of income tax. So and the only way they can do that is to shrink the government so that it doesn't cost as much to run the government. If you can shrink
Gotcha.
the government small enough to where you can run off tariffs.
Yeah, but if you're really going toward 40 trillion in debt, how do you get rid of $40 trillion in debt if that's real? Which I don't believe it is, but if it
Well,
is, how do you get rid of that? If you crash the economy and you crash everything, does that get rid of the debt? No, you still have
like,
debt.
well, it's like going bankrupt.
Oh,
They
okay,
just
gotcha.
write the debt off. But they,
Oh, okay.
but yeah. I mean, people that own bonds and stuff like that, what are they going to do? You're going to come after the government and get the money? I mean, I don't know.
No.
If it's
Evil
not there, it's
says
not there.
we are damn near digital now. Very few go to the
Oh, we're-
store or gas station and pay cash.
Right.
Everything is on the card.
And, well, you can use your card or you can use your phone. You just go up to your phone if you have a wallet and your card.
Yeah, I don't have no cash.
You just
I
take
don't
your
have
phone up to the credit card thing and just beep, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't even have cash in my wallet. I have no cash in my wallet. I don't carry cash. I use my card or my phone.
So you're already almost there anyhow.
Yeah, crash and reset paperless so they can track the money. Cash is
right, so they can control you easier.
Yeah, cash is impossible to track because there's so much unaccounted for from sock drawers and etc. Exactly. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're right.
And that way
there's always an alternative motive. They're going to say, "Oh, we're going to crash it. We're going to go to the digital dollar, and we're going to do away with income tax. But yet now we got more control of you. Now we can just take your money from you anytime we want." So
it's all about more control.
Just turn off your digital money, and you're stuck with nothing. You know what I mean? See, I don't like that. That bothers me. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different avenues they can go down with this. I don't, but Trump's saying he's it's going to be the golden age. He's saying, "Oh, I want to,"
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to do it, but
I got cash sitting over here in my safe. I mean, I keep cash in the safe, but I don't carry cash on me. I don't pay.
The thing, if they go digital, they can say you have to, turn your cash in. And we'll give you face value for a certain amount of time. And if you go past that time, then we give you like only, say 75%, and it goes down to 50%.
Yeah. Debt will just reset.
So everybody turns it in. Did you know at one time you weren't allowed to own gold?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
They did it back in the 70s. So why couldn't they do it? Why couldn't they reset the system again? They went off the gold standard.
Yeah. Cash is easier to hide from my wife. Yeah, something.
Yeah, you go digital, you ain't hiding nothing.
Yeah, debt will just reset, but we can go back on the gold standard. Is what James said.
But they're saying there's no gold in Fort Knox.
It also lets the It also lets them tax personal transactions you buy. If you buy a mower from the neighbor and pay $50 for it,
you
don't get no tax for that sale. But if you go to digital, they're going to know that you bought that lawnmower from your neighbor, and they're going to tax that shit. That's exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to be making money off that little, Yeah,
you can have somebody come over and work on your house, pay them under the table, and it's tax free. But if you go digital, they're going to know everything now. So
yeah. So what about buying firearms then? Then they're going to know every firearm.
They know everything.
But they do now. I mean.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to buy it from somebody. You won't be able to buy it from a private like me or you because they know we'd have to barter. we'd have to basically go on a barter system
Bartering
where I would
system.
say, I'll trade you this
Trade
for
you.
that, and
Right.
this for that, and that for this. Because
That's
you
the
won't
only
have
way you get
cash
out of it.
anymore, you'd have to barter.
Yep.
Basically have to trade. That's how you
And people will do that. That's what will happen.
Yeah, people will do that. Exactly. Yeah, that's scary to think about that, though. My point is, would you rather the crash happen or we suffer now so we can prosper later? That's a good question. I mean, I'd rather. I don't know. I don't know what I'd rather, James. I don't
Well,
know.
if you notice, I've been on this earth long enough to figure it out too. You see the trends.
Yeah.
And it seems like every 10 to 12 years, they crash the system.
Yeah.
Or the stock market crashes really bad, this or that,
Right.
about 10 to 15 years, there's a major crash.
Right. They
Back
do it
in
on
the 80s, it was that way. Back in the 70s, it was that way.
2008.
Yeah. And it seems like every 10 to 15 years, there's a major, reset of some sort.
Yeah. So Trump just happens to be the guy that's going to have to reset it. Yeah. But it's bloated, man. It's bloated.
It's like you put your money in, and invest it all in, and then they crash everything so they can buy in cheap and,
yeah,
reset
why
everything again. And then you're like, you go through these cycles and it's like,
Yeah. But
like
James
they
makes
want
a
to.
good point because why did they need to stop raising the debt ceiling? Makes no
Right.
sense. Yeah, if you want to stop the debt, you want to stop spending, stop raising the spending debt, the limit. Just stop spending. It's that simple. Just stop spending. Don't raise the debt.
Well,
Don't raise it.
you got people on the welfare system. You got
You know
people,
what?
and if you put them in the streets, they're going to cause all kinds of problems.
Well,
That's their thing is if we stop spending this money on these certain, things that,
Yeah.
help keep people off the streets, then you're going to have a bunch of people on the streets causing problems and stealing and this and that.
Well, that's true. I didn't think about that.
So it's like, how do you stop spending all this money? Because the government funds just about everything, right? I mean, I don't know. Once you start a system like that, it's hard to get off of it without
Right.
causing a bunch of chaos.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you want to go through a bunch of chaos for a while, but then what do you do with all these people that are on,
That's true.
on the government teat? I mean, what do you do?
I don't know.
And then you got a lot of illegal aliens here that we're paying for. It's like, how do you stop all that?
I don't know.
You got all these government, Section 8 and, housing this and that,
Yeah.
that puts us in debt too, because,
You cause chaos in order to get order. You cause chaos in order to get order. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If they would quit supporting every other country on the planet with stuff we can't afford, we wouldn't have a deficit. That's true.
that's true too, yeah.
That's true. That's
We
true.
do spend a lot of money outside of the country for stupid stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what Doge did, was to try to find where all this money was going. And when they did, they got really upset. And, look what they're doing to him.
Yeah.
They're trying to destroy him because they don't want that money to stop flowing.
They want that money.
So they're going to they're already causing chaos over.
Well, that's true.
They're already burning, Tesla, burning Teslas, burning dealerships, shooting at
Fighting
them.
for your lives. Yep. Fight for your life.
I mean, and that's just a very small amount. If they, go in there and really start cutting, then there's going to be more people pissed off.
Yeah.
Just think that they said, well, we're not funding welfare no more. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then, you say, we're going to stop spending all this money overseas, and all these people are getting these kickbacks. They're going to, I mean, it's a bad situation.
Yeah, it is. It's a mess.
What do? You just rip the Band-Aid off, or you pull it off slowly? I mean, which do you do?
Yeah, after my stroke, I gave my son the maps just in case. Yeah, I mean, just don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answer. $5 million for LGBTQ Sesame Street in Africa. We don't need to pay for that. Exactly. It's just tons of shit we don't need to pay for. It's just ridiculous what we were paying for. Well, they want his head, though. Man, they're demanding he step down. Did you see that? All the Democrats come out and said they're demanding he step down.
Who?
Elon stepped down and they fire him immediately and all this shit. It's because the truth's being brought out and they don't like it. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. See what they're already causing a bunch of trouble. I mean, just like you said, if I push too far, or they're going to kill me.
Yeah.
Because they don't want that money to stop flowing. They want that money. Yeah. They're stealing from us to make themselves rich.
Exactly.
And they've been doing it for a long time. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you do either, man. I don't know what the answers are. I mean, I guess the reset would be good, but let's say you reset it, like you say, and it basically wipes out the debt or whatever, and you reset everything. I mean, then they just think they got more to spend again. Then we just repeat the cycle again, and then in 10, 20 years or whatever the case may be, you're resetting it all over again. It's just a constant, broken record, basically. It's just
the thing is, if you crash the system, we're going to crash the system and reset it. But if you crash the system and the stock market crashes, a lot of people's 401ks, their retirement, is in the stock market, it's in 401ks.
Yeah.
So you destroy the working man's ability to be able to retire. You're stealing. Right. You're stealing from working Americans. You're not just hurting people, other people that deserve it. You're destroying people's lives that don't deserve it. That's worked hard, saved their money, and put their money in investments. And if you crash that system, you're destroying their lives and stealing from them.
Yeah, I agree. So
is that right? You work all your lives, have a 401k, and they crash the system and take all your money. Is that right?
Well, I don't want to. I'm not saying that to do that. I'm just saying if they do that, they would still end up back in debt again at some point. So that's my whole point. No. Try to figure out how to fix it without doing that, so people don't lose everything they have. They don't lose. They don't lose their retirement. They don't lose their 401k. I mean, there's got to be a way to do it without, destroying everybody's lives. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I've been a prepper for years, was raised in it. I don't trust the government. I don't think anybody trusts the government anymore, Salty. If they do, they're sheep. That's all I can say. They got
like I said, every 10, 15 years, they steal from your investments because they, stock market crashes, wipes out a lot of people's, and if you're right at that retirement age and you're retiring at that time, you don't have time to make up. I mean, if you're younger, you can, hold on and make it up. When you're retiring at that time, you're screwed.
James says, I haven't heard this at all, but James said, I hear that they just banned all firearms in Colorado. I have not heard anything about that, and I think that's
I don't think they can do that because that's your Second Amendment right.
Yeah, that would stand up.
They
in
can't
court.
ban firearms like that. They
But I
can't.
mean, they could try, you know how they are. But I mean, I don't think it would pass them. It would go anywhere. But it's possible. Two grown men, Noah L. Two grown men having a conversation and a discussion. Wow, how rare is this today? Unfortunately, love to see it. Hey, well, thank you. Um, the barter system is going to be key when they crash the system. I think so, Salty. I mean, that's what else are you going to be able to do? You'll have to be able to barter with people, right?
You know,
Especially if you go to digital currency. Say you do that. Say we still exist after the crash, and you go to digital currency. You have to not have to pay taxes or to buy something or to get somebody to do something without having to use your whatever how they do the digital currency. You're gonna have to trade for it, or you pay taxes on everything. You know what I mean? It's just
you will.
they want everything from you.
They want everything from you.
They want everything you have.
They want,
if I
and they
if
want
I go
your
to your
blood.
if I go to your house for a yard sale, they want me to pay taxes on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's bullshit. That's just flat out bullshit right there. That's why I don't want to go away from cash. I don't want to go away from the dollar because then you're
I don't either, but that's what they're going to do. It's already in the works.
Oh, I believe you. I believe
It's already
you.
done.
I don't like it. I don't.
They're going to force you into it, and there's just not. It's like because that's the way everything's going.
Got it right, Salty. James, I have heard that. I haven't heard that. I don't think they can, but I know they are working on it. Yeah, yeah. If a state bans weapons in their state, that would get struck down by the Supreme Court. So I don't see that happening. And I don't see those people in that state giving up their guns either. That would be ugly. That would get real ugly real fast. Do check it out. Fact check me if it may not be true, but God knows. Yeah, I mean, you have certain parties that want to take everything from you.
Yeah,
I mean, they think the Constitution is just a worn out piece of shit document that don't mean. They think we should literally rewrite the Constitution because that one's old. It doesn't matter anymore. So they want to rewrite the Constitution and what they want the Constitution to say. You know what I mean? So when they say that, when these people get up there and say that, well, that's an old document, I'm like, that's what your country was founded on. You know what I mean? It's not old. It's meant to last forever. Well, I mean, you just can't say, well, that's an old document. Let's rewrite it. Yeah, I don't think the American people's going to go for that one.
Well, what would you say if you say that? Then what about saying, well, the Bible, is 2,000 years old or whatever it is. Let's rewrite that. It's outdated. That's just saying the same thing, right?
Yes, basically. Yeah. It's outdated. Rewrite it. Rewrite the system. Salty says, if we were to lose power and everything shut down, how long can you survive is key. That is key. That is true. I mean, you ain't gonna last long because I tell you what, if that happens and people hasn't prepped like I haven't prepped, people are going to be coming in your house trying to steal what you got. It could be chaos. It will be literal chaos.
And that's another downside of digital is that if you lose the power grid, you lose everything. Then you can't transact.
That's right. Evil Rick says the Boston Tea Party was over a 3 or 2% tax on the tea. Today they take 37% on labor, plus 7 to 10% state, plus 7 to 10% sales. You work 3 days a week to pay taxes. Absolutely correct. Absolutely 100% correct, Evil. Without a doubt.
And why do we put up with that?
Yeah, why have we put up with that for this long? Never give up your guns. Absolutely. We can't. Once you give up your guns, you give up everything. Once you give up your guns, you're done. It's over. They have you. They got you. You're done. Finito. Everything's history. They'll do whatever they want, which they're trying to do whatever they want with you having guns. What did Biden say? I don't care if you have your guns because your guns they don't mean nothing to our jets or to our bombers. Well, I don't think our American sons and daughters are going to bomb us, but I mean, who knows? Anything's possible, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? I think I would disobey that order if I was told to bomb the American people, my own people. I think I'd disobey that order. I think I'd bomb the government first. It's we the people, not we the government. Yeah, but see, the government's got so big to where they think it's we the government. That's the
Yeah.
problem. We let them get so big. And we was warned by this by our founding fathers. Our founding fathers knew this, like Ray was talking about earlier. They already knew this was going to happen. So they tried to put safeguards in there so it wouldn't happen. Because it's been happening all through time and all through different, cultures and everything. This has happened. This is nothing new. All this stuff has already happened before. So they knew what was going to happen. They knew what was coming. So they put these safeguards in. And that's why they want to rewrite the Constitution, because they want those safeguards out.
Right.
They want all that out of it. They want to be able to just do whatever they want to do to you, and that's it. They want to have a complete coach. And when you go to a digital currency, that's just one more step of having complete and total control of you. Everything you do. They see everything you do. They know everything you do. They know everything you buy. They know everywhere. They know everything. Like you said, we can't buy from the neighbor. You can't say, "Hey, you want to sell that lawnmower?" You got to tap phones together or something, and then they know. Then you got to slap that tax on you. Then you get your federal probably charges not only local tax, they'll charge some kind of federal tax. You'll be taxed to death. So they talk about tax breaks up there, and the Congress, Senate, and all that shit. Yeah, tax breaks my ass. You ain't getting no tax break. You're taxed just like Evil just spelled it out. You're taxed to death on everything you do. Everything. Now they want to tax you to pay your neighbor to come and cut a tree down, or pay your neighbor, or buy something from your brother.
They want that sales tax. Yeah.
Yeah, they want tax on. Now they want to have that total tax, on everything you do. It's crazy, man. It's scary, to be honest.
So they can fund their DI or DIE or DEI.
DI, yeah, so they can fund all that.
Yeah.
We get so much tax taking from us in Canada. It's nuts. Yeah, I know you guys do, man. The Constitution is a contract with the federal government. The government has been in breach of the contract for 100 years. It's time to enforce the contract. I agree with you, Evil. I agree with you. Absolutely. I said that on Facebook and got in big trouble. Government is way too big. Yeah, I don't. Hell with Facebook is what I got to say. But I hear you, man. But yeah, the government is way, way bloated. It's just way overbloated. It's way too much control. And that goes along with what we were talking about Wednesday on the rabbit hole with 9/11. What they used 9/11 for was to gain more power, more control over you. They took away rights, and that's what they're just continually. And let's face it, Trump's not your savior. He's not going to stop all that. That shit's going to happen no matter what. So, I mean, shit's coming down the pike that ain't good. Let's just say that. And they're going to sell it to you like it's great. It's a wonderful golden age, but it's not. It's scary to think about. Really, it is. I can sustain my family approximately 90 days in the dark. That's pretty good, Salty. So you are a prepper. You have yourself prepped up. That's good, man. I'm not. I don't have anything. If the power went out today and stayed out for any length of time, I'd be in trouble.
That's probably 90% of America. It's that way.
And yeah, that's probably most of America. You're exactly right. They used to have those prepper shows and people that did all that, but I haven't seen that lately. I haven't seen that too much. I know back a few years back that on YouTube they had a lot of those prepper shows and stuff like that. I haven't seen too many of those lately. But I guess you really should have a 90-day supply to keep you going.
Yeah.
But what happens after the 90 days? What do you do then?
True.
If you only have enough for 90 days, which 90 days is better than none. But what do you do? What do you do after that? People will go crazy. People will kill you. If that were to happen, say everything collapsed, not just the stock market, not just, stuff like that. Everything were to collapse. The grid goes down. Everything's just in turmoil. People will be killing each other. It would be insane, man, what would happen. I mean, you would not be safe from anything. It would be crazy. James says, I'm not allowed on Facebook, LOL. I make too much noise. I thought Facebook changed. I thought they'd let you say what you want to say now. I thought they were letting you put up what you want to put up.
Yeah, it's
Guess
supposed to be
not, huh?
unbelievable.
Hey, Rogue Reality, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? I have enough freeze-dried and canned to keep me alive about a year. Hundreds of candles, pounds of wax for candles, and a couple dozen solar lights. Hey, yeah, I mean, that's maybe I need to start thinking about doing something like that. You guys are freaking me out. Let's see. I have enough. Okay, I already read that. After 90 days, most people will have died off or killed each other. That's what I'm saying, Salty. That's what I'm saying. It'll get wild. So, how do you protect yourself? I mean,
Get out of the cities.
yeah, you have to have a bug out place. And I'm not kidding. I'm
Get
not
out
joking.
of the cities.
I'm not making light of it at all. I'm not making light of this at all. I mean, you have to have a way out because if you stay in here, say you stay in this community, or if you stay in the suburbs, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to have to get out. They're going to be going to house to try to find anything they can to feed their family, to feed themselves, or whatever. So it's going to get ugly. It would get ugly in that situation. No doubt about it.
Get out of the cities.
Get out of the city. Now peeping is a part of my, yeah. Prepping, is that what you meant to say? I'm sorry, James. I don't know. Yeah, that's a scary thought, man. But I don't think it's going to crash to that point. Like we're going to crash to where the lights are going to go out or anything like that. What they're trying to do is reset the debt, reset everything as far as that goes. And I see the point of resetting, but when you reset and you crash everything, if you crash everything, like Coy, like you were saying, people lose their 401k, people lose their retirement. I mean, everything goes. I mean, that's not fair to those people that have to go through that. You know what I mean? That stuff they've saved all their life, the stuff that's going to, keep them going when they get. I mean, that's what my wife was telling me just for that couple of days when he put those tariffs on, that there were people at her job saying they lost like $12,000 in their 401k just in 2 days.
Yep.
I mean that's terrible, man. That's just flat out terrible.
That's what I'm saying. You're stealing from average Americans.
Right.
And
then for Trump to make light of it afterwards and say, well, now's a good time to buy in the stock market. Fuck your stock market, man. You just cost people a lot of money. I know they'll eventually get it back, but the point is they had to look at that and say, oh, shit, I've lost $12,000 in 2 days. That's a lot of money for people. That's not.
Yeah, you can make money on a dip if you have money to invest.
Yeah, but the Democrats are trying to charge him. You see that with insider trading because he told people to go out and buy in the stock market. I was like, huh?
That's not insider trading.
Because he wrote on social media that go out and it's a good time to go buy stock. Why? How is that? How is that breaking any laws? I don't understand that. Not like it was in a back room with a bunch of people buying a bunch of shit that they weren't supposed to be buying.
There's nothing they can do about that.
They're nuts. They're trying to grab at anything. Just anything, man. But yet they're doing that. They're doing that insider trading.
They do a lot of it, yes.
They do a ton of it, but they want to call him out for telling people to go buy stocks.
Look at Nancy Pelosi, how much insider trading she does. Well, they all do it in the government. They can legally do it too, but you can't.
Yeah. We have a fallout shelter, and it's also our reloading room for ammunition. Damn, Salty. Well, Salty, I'm going to come where you're at. I'm going to come where you're at, Salty. Oh, shit. You're ready to rock and roll. That's good, man. Happy now, yeah, I knew what you meant, James. Got to have a plan. Yeah. Best investment right now is gold, is what Salty says. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. So do you think, say if they do a reset and they do crash everything, Coy, do you think we go back to the gold standard? Do you think that's where we end up back to?
They'll have to.
Or that's what I'll have to back the digital dollar?
Money's got to be backed by something.
No,
but
right now,
Bitcoin isn't. Bitcoin's,
Yeah, how does that work? What is it backed by? What's the guarantee that you don't lose that? Yeah, but what's the guarantee that don't go away? That you don't lose it. Whoa, that's scary, man. That's not good. I don't know if I like that.
You know, it's if the grid goes down, then everything goes down.
Yeah, I was thinking, man.
If you have physical gold, which God's money is gold and silver, that's God's money.
Right.
This other crap that we have is man-made crap.
1 gold bar is approximately.
And gold will always be worth something. Silver will always be worth something because they're precious metals.
Yeah, and they can be used not just for buying purchasing power. They can be used as all kinds of stuff. It's used
Exactly.
like silver's used in all
It
kinds.
don't rust. It don't corrode.
Yeah.
It doesn't go away.
It's used in electronics. It's
Yeah.
used in all kinds of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know,
Yeah.
I say we need to go back on the gold standard and instead of the petrodollar backed by oil, which the Saudis did not re-sign up that contract with the United States.
Yeah, that's right. So what are we
They
back
said
by
no,
now?
we're not doing it. So now the dollar's not backed by oil anymore. It's
What
just
was it?
not backed by anything.
Then it's not worth
It's just
anything.
paper. It's not worth nothing.
Well, see, then we're in a bad situation. We're in
You know,
we're in a
it's an
disaster.
IOU that ain't worth nothing.
Jeez, man. It's a promise note.
It's a
I
promise.
promise to
note.
pay
That's
you.
it. I promise I'll pay you on Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That's not good, man. It's not good at all.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I think we need to go back to the gold standard.
Yeah, Salty says gold is good worldwide. We have to get back to the gold standard.
Yeah.
I agree with
I'm
that.
talking about physical gold, not paper gold, where you say, "Oh, you know, I
No,
bought
physical
here."
gold.
No,
Physical.
you gotta hold it. If you don't hold it in your hand, you don't own it.
Yeah, in your hand, gold. In your hand. In your safe.
Your silver in your hand. If it's not in your hand, then you don't own it.
Salty, I think silver is good. Silver is easier to work with. You go to get something worth $50, a couple of ounces of silver is all you need.
Right.
With gold, you're going to lose. Well, yeah. Because how do you figure $50 when gold is $2,000 an
An
ounce?
ounce. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Evil. If
Silver's easier and better to trade with.
if
Use
if the government holds the gold, what would they do? That's why you got to hold it in your hands. It's got to be a physical. You have to have that gold. You have to have that gold. So if we go back to gold,
the thing is, back when the dollar was, backed by gold, you could take your dollar in and trade it for gold coins.
oh, gotcha.
Now you can't do that
Right,
because it's not backed by gold.
gotcha.
But when it was backed by gold, you could take $20 in and get, $20 worth of gold.
Gotcha.
You say, I want gold.
So say they go back to the gold standard, though, but how do we know they have the gold to back up that note, that paper?
That's the thing is Fort Knox, let's see the gold. Why won't they show us? Well, they should have to show every year.
I thought Trump was going there.
They should have to be audited every year and show the public that they have that gold.
I thought Trump was going to see the Fort Knox.
It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, they need to go show us that gold is there then, if they're going to go back to a gold standard. Because if it's not there, then there's no gold. What do you do? I mean, then you can't back the dollar then anyway. Then you're just imaginary gold. Then it's still just paper. It's not worth anything. So
it's only worth what somebody will give you for it.
Right. Lead is going to be the bargaining mineral when shit hits the fan. It's the cold reality as it was back in the day. The thieves will rob you blind. I don't know, did he mean lead?
So he's saying lead, the top out.
Oh, gotcha, Salty. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. So we're in a bad spot, ain't we? I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. How do you fix it if you don't crash it? If you crash it, you hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's a bad spot. I would not want to be president. I would not want to be in any of that situation, man.
Well, that's why they're saying to buy gold now, because when they crash the system, your gold, they can't, the gold's always going to be worth something.
You can't take.
They can
You gotta
take your
get
money. They can crash the
your
stock
digital.
market, take all your money, but if you have gold, they
Yeah.
can't take that.
Well, because
You
if the
gold.
dollar ain't worth nothing, that's how they take your money. So even if you had cash, if it ain't worth anything, it don't
They
matter.
ain't worth nothing.
So
But if you have physical gold or silver, then you have something.
So we should be stocking up on physical gold and silver.
Gold, silver, or assets such as land, property that's,
But can't they take your land? They could just take your land if they wanted to, right? The government.
well, they can come in and take anything if they wanted to. They can come in and take your gold too by,
Well,
force if
that's
they
true.
wanted to.
That's true. That's true. They rob us blind now. Yeah, they rob us blind every day, brother. Every day. Exactly, Koi Salty said. Yeah. So it's basically you're screwed no matter how you look at it, man. If you look at it, I mean, like I said, you crash everything, you screw a lot of people. There's some people you won't. Some people wouldn't even know that. There's some people that are so poor they wouldn't even know if the stock market and everything crashed.
That's true because they got nothing invested in it.
They have no clue. Like the song goes, I was so poor we didn't tell. We couldn't tell the stock market crashed. We were so
We didn't care.
Yeah. So some people won't even be affected by it. But then you're going to have multiple people that are going to be affected by it because they're going to lose everything they have in the stock market, the 401k, the retirements, everything. Everything's going to go. Now, if you crash the system, does that affect your pensions and things like that?
Oh yeah,
separate.
Yeah, because that's all invested in the stock market.
Okay, so that's right. Everything's
It's all tied in.
It's now. I remember when the 401k and everything went into the stock market, and you had to choose where you wanted it to go.
Yep.
And all that shit.
Everything's in that.
But I took all that money out years ago. But anyway, yeah. So what do? So you crash the stock market. You hurt a lot of people. You might do a reset, but yet you hurt a lot of people in the process. And you crash it, and in 10 years you're back in the same, because they don't seem to learn, because it seems like every 10 to 15 years, maybe 20, we're back in the same damn spot again. So if they're not going to learn from it all, what's the point? I mean, what's the answer? It's almost like you don't really have a good answer or a good thing, something that really going to, I don't know. I don't know. The longer it goes on, the more it's going to hurt. If we had done this 50 or 100 years ago, we wouldn't be having this discussion. Probably right. But it didn't happen 50 years ago. So now it's on our backs to do the right thing. It's not, that's evil. And this is Salty. Salty says it's not only investing in assets, but hiding those assets. You must invest in so the government don't take them. Exactly, Salty. James says, I've been living like this, like it's been a recession for years and years. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Some people are so poor that they wouldn't notice anything. They didn't lose anything in that couple of days that the stock market went down because they don't have anything.
What's funny too is people are, I want to own a home. I want to own a home. Well, you actually never really own your home, even if you pay it off, because you still owe taxes on that house.
Yeah.
If you can't afford to pay the taxes, say you paid for a house for 30 years and paid it off, you retired or something happened to you where you can't work no more.
Yeah.
You can't pay the taxes on that house.
Yeah.
They'll come and take it from you. You'd have to try to sell it and pay up the back taxes, and then you're out.
Yeah, then you're out. You lose your house because you got to sell your house to pay the taxes.
To me, taxes have to go, because if you have taxes, you never own anything.
Well, the federal tax wasn't even meant to be forever. It was just a temporary thing that ended up being forever because it's the government. They seen they could take everybody's money. Let's see. And the longer it goes on, the harder it will be to stop. The government is taking away the ability to protect yourself now. Yeah, that's true. True. That was so evil. Salty says, true. Way to judge the economy is by the rail system. If the trains aren't moving, the economy is struggling.
Yep.
That's true. I don't know, guys. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I'm kind of for, because I don't have anything vested in the stock market. I don't personally. So I'm kind of for let it crash it and reset it. But my point is with that is if we do that, that you hurt so many more people. And I understand we got to do something. I understand what Evil's saying. We got to do something. We can't just do nothing because it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It's going to crash anyway. Anyway, it's going to go. It's going to crash at some point. So maybe we have to crash it. But my point is if you keep crashing it and you keep going back and building that debt back up again in the next 15 or 20 years, what's the point? It's just a revolving cycle door that just keeps.
Yeah, everything's going to have to change.
Yeah, you have to change how you have to crash at this time and totally change everything so you don't end up back here again. I mean, come on. It's unbelievable. I was just thinking the other night, it was like a few years we were like $19 trillion in debt, and that was a big deal. Remember that? It's like, oh, we're $19 trillion in debt. Now we're at almost $40 trillion in debt. My God, somebody went on a major spending spree. You know what I mean? Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, to think about that, people don't realize how much money that is. I mean, that's just mind-blowing money. You know what I mean? That's like filling up a stadium money. That's like filling up a whole stadium full of, cash. You know what I mean? Probably more than that. So is it even real? Is the debt even real? Is it really a real thing?
Say it is.
I mean, is it though? Is it just a way to control us with, well, we got to do this because of the debt? I mean, who do we really owe? Let's be honest for a second here. They say we owe China, right? A ton of money. Who's to say we tell China, screw you, we ain't paying you shit? What is China going to do? What's China going to do? They ain't going to do shit. They can't do nothing. Say we tell everybody we owe money, go screw yourself. We're not paying you nothing. We're done. We're not doing shit with you. What are they going to do to us? There's your reset. Just don't give me my shit. Don't worry about it. I know that's
it. File bankruptcy on it.
Yeah.
I'm bankrupt. Can't pay you. Sorry.
I'm grateful to. James says, I am grateful to have what I have. I just want a better life for the generations under me. Yeah, we all do, man. For our kids, our grandkids, and people come up.
Well, it's not better because the young people now can't even afford to buy homes or anything.
No, they can't. They can't.
Because prices are so high.
I was blessed to be able to have several homes. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, both of my sons have homes, and that's great. But it's getting even. Our grandkids are there. I mean, they ain't going to be able to purchase no. I mean, hell, just to rent a place now costs a fortune, let alone buy a house. You know what I mean? The answer is drink lots of beer and cuss a lot. All we are able to do. That's about right. That's about right, Evil. The country has been a train wreck for decades, and we have all been fueling it. Yeah, that is true, Salty. I agree. American Outlaw, how you doing, brother? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's a little quiet here. We're just having a little discussion on, government waste.
There's a lot of it.
And there's a lot of it. Salty, we are only fueling it because they made laws that force us to. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's Salty Goes just said is true. Yeah, I mean, I think I lean toward the point. I hate to say this because it sounds horrible because I hate to see anybody lose anything. And I know, Corey, you're invested in the stock market. I know that. But I say crash it. Crash and burn it. Do away with it all. And learn from it this time and set up things differently so we don't end up back here in this situation again.
Well, like you said, they're not going to, though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's all about stealing from the American workers. And that's what they're doing. They're stealing from us.
They're not going to crash it because they want to keep taking our blood. That's all they want to do. So, I mean, what do you do?
I thought Trump was going to cut taxes on overtime. I thought Trump was going to cut taxes on tips.
Yeah, that shit went out the window, dude. You know it. That was just shit talk to get him elected. That was shit talk to get him elected, dude. I've told you guys this.
I'm going to get rid of income tax. I'm going to do this. I'm going to. Where's it at? Why aren't we pushing that?
that guy just wanted to get reelected because his ego got smashed because they stole the election from him. And he ain't gonna. What can he do? He can't. You got the Senate that's got to vote on it. Congress has got to vote on it. They got to do all that. What can he do? He sit out there in all those rallies and act like, I'm going to do this. I'm the only one that can do it. Well, you sure haven't talked about your no tax on tips since you've been in office. You sure haven't talked about no tax on overtime since you've been in office. Where'd all that go? That's all gone now. Well, but he's taking care of his main promises, the border, which is great. Take care of the border. I respect that. Okay, great. And he's doing all these other things. But no, you promise people all this shit. You better deliver. You know what I mean? Or don't promise it. I lost where I was in the chats there, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, you're right. I haven't heard him say anything about it. Greed is a big problem. Yeah, greed is one of the biggest problems. Don't talk about politics. You have nothing to do. Huh? Not sure what that means, but okay. Let it burn. Yeah, I don't know, man. Notice all the arrests that have been happening. Arrested somebody for this bullshit or that bullshit. They're arresting people for jaywalking while the real criminals keep riding law. Thomas, how you doing, man? Good to see you, man. Yeah, I don't know, man. So you don't think they're going to crash it, Coy? You think they're just going to, it's kind of like, what do you think they're going to do?
I don't know. I think he's these tariffs. He's trying to get these countries to get on board with dropping their tariffs, or
Good, Thomas.
or bringing it down to where it's reciprocal. If we're have to pay 10%, then we're going to make them pay 10% or 20% or whatever it is. So if they can lower the tariffs to where we're trading fairly with them, that will help.
Yeah.
I'd like to see us get rid of taxes altogether, but you have to have some taxes because
Yeah, you got to fix
you have to pay for your police department.
That's got to be
fire department.
Well, let me ask you this: before they did all this taxation stuff, they were paying for that stuff. So why do we?
Well, because they were using tariffs to pay for all of it. And they had so much money coming in with tariffs, they didn't know what to do with all the money.
We had a surplus.
So
yeah. So we didn't.
But we weren't in debt like we are now either.
Right. So-called debt that I'm not sure is real. I mean, that's my opinion.
So I don't know.
Yeah. We are going to a election here in Canada, and they lie through their teeth just to have power. Yeah, same thing here, brother. Same thing here. It's all about power.
It's all the same everywhere.
Yeah, it's like that everywhere. Every government's like that.
It's everywhere.
It's about power. Yeah, remember sleight of hand tricks. Yeah. Mr. Froggy Man. No, they tax the rich. They tax the rich a lot. Well, I don't know how
the rich don't pay taxes because they use the loopholes to get out of paying taxes.
Exactly. And
if they are paying taxes,
even Trump admitted that.
Yes. And even if they are paying taxes, they just whatever that company produces, they raise the price of that product to cover the tax. So no, they don't pay taxes.
Yeah.
You pay the taxes. The consumer pays the taxes.
We pay the taxes on everything we do. Anything and everything.
And if you have investments in the stock market, you don't pay, income tax on that money that you make. It's under a different tax system. And they have loopholes where they get out of paying taxes.
Well, like I was saying, Trump basically said, they kept jumping on him for not paying taxes or showing his tax papers or whatever you want to call it. And he's like, well, what do you do? If you're mad at me because I'm using the loopholes you made up, you made these loopholes up and I'm doing what you made up to do. Why are you mad at me? Because I'm using the loopholes you gave me to use.
Exactly.
And he's right. I mean, it's right though, ain't it? He's right. So Salty, the government wants everyone to be dependent on them. They that way they have control.
Of
Exactly.
course.
So Salty said they need to get rid of the Social Security because half the people using it are stealing from it and anyhow, and just to give it back what those have paid into it are owed. I mean, yeah, you could do that. Um, Salty says Social Security has been outdated and inefficient for many years to ever recover. That's probably true. And Evil Rick says, "Hey now, Salty, my Social Security is half of what I live on every month. I paid my dues." Yeah, but I think what Salty's saying, Evil, is if whatever you paid in, give it back to you and then do away with Social Security. I mean, I guess you could do. Is that what you were saying, Salty? That's what I took him as saying. Give back what people paid in and do away with Social Security.
Well, they didn't used to have Social Security, and people survived then. But what happened back then is families were a lot tighter back then. There was a lot of farms and stuff like that, and
Right.
the kids would take care of the parents when they got older. Now you don't have that. You have parents living on Social Security, and the kids aren't taking
That's
care
true.
of the parents.
That's true.
The only way the kids are taking care of the parents now is they're paying into Social Security because it's a Ponzi scheme. Is you pay in
Right.
now to cover the people that are, collecting from it now, and hope that there's people behind you that's going to be working, paying into the system. So when you're collecting, that it's there, that
Right.
they're paying for it. So there's not a big reserve. There used to be a bigger reserve in there, but now they can use Social Security for just about anything now.
Right.
They fund a lot of other things that's not really has anything to do with Social Security. They
Gotcha.
take from that pot. But if there's not enough workers to cover the people that are on it, so you have to have more people working and covering the people that are not working. If it
Right.
gets tilted the other way, then the whole system collapses.
Right. So Hayden says Social Security was fine until Clinton puts the Social Security fund into common funds and the government
Yes.
robbed it. Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. When they
Exactly
started
right.
using it to fund other things.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right.
That was the Democrats that voted that in, if I remember
Mr.
correctly.
Froggy Man says, so F you got mine. Is that correct? Pretty much. Ship. What a mess. What a mess we're in, man. What a mess we've gotten ourselves into. And I blame the American people too for sitting back and letting a lot of shit happen. It ain't just the government. Don't just blame the government on all your ills and all the problems because we sat back as Americans and voted these yahoos in and let them do what they wanted to do.
Yeah,
So we got to take some blame in this stuff,
that's true. We voted them in.
We voted them in, so we got to take blame on
And
them.
we don't vote them out when they don't do what they say they were going to do.
Yeah, they vote the same assholes back in every time.
Over and over again.
It's like they don't learn. There are people that live from Social Security that have never paid a dime into it, and that is absolutely true.
That's what the problem is. That's what I'm saying. When they fund other things,
That's the problem.
other
That's the
than
problem.
yep,
Don't be paying people money off Social Security that hasn't paid into it. They shouldn't be giving anybody money from Social Security that hasn't paid into Social Security. I agree with that 1,000%. But they're giving people that's never worked a day in their life and they're disabled. And I'm sorry that they're disabled. And I don't get me wrong. If you're disabled, I'm sorry. But they're taking people's money that paid in and give it to those people that never paid in. So they give it to the disabled, but they never paid in. So they're taking other people's money, which is not fair. But then with that being said, what do you do with people that are legitimately disabled and can't
well,
work?
they should be getting the funds from a different, somewhere else,
Some
not from
kind of
Social
different
Security.
system. Gotcha.
They should make up another system, funding system to fund that. That doesn't have anything to do with the Social Security nest egg.
Right. Now, I think James, you're if I'm correct, you're from Canada, right? Now I think if it's Canada, I can't remember where it was. Maybe it's somewhere else, but they have a system where they don't have Social Security. Maybe it's Australia. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But they have a system that's not Social Security, but they make you take so much out of your check and they make you invest it or they make you put it in something where it grows itself, so the government doesn't have to pay you Social Security? Is there something we could do like that, to where people could take so much of your money, like you're paying into Social Security, but you're paying into like maybe a stock market or maybe something like that.
401k.
Yeah, so the government doesn't have to touch your money at all. They don't get Social Security, don't get your money at all. It just goes directly into something like that. That to me seems like that would be a better system.
It would, but then the government would be missing out on that Social Security money that they use for everything else.
But they don't. That's what I'm saying. That way they can't. They can't get their hands.
I know, but they don't want to do that because then they won't have that money.
So that's just too. That's too. Yeah. Okay.
So keep you on that so they can keep that money coming in.
Yeah. Needs to be funded differently. Yeah, needs to be funded. I agree with you, Salty, on that. I really do. Let's see. Trump or Carmella? Well, we have Trump, so definitely ain't Carmella. Meadow Trails. Okay.
It could have been.
It could have been. That was a scary thought. It's my money and I want it now. Salty says, yeah, I hear you, man. It's my money and I want it now. Yeah, New Year's from Canada. Okay, and mutual fund RRSP. So I think that would make more sense, is to take it directly from your check, take it, put it into like the IR to the 401k stock market, and the government doesn't touch it. Basically, they set up a law that says this is what you have to do. So much money you have to invest, so you have something to retire on. Because some people would not do it. You know,
No, they wouldn't.
They wouldn't have money to retire on. Then we'd still be a burden on the government.
Yep.
So if you force them to take that money, invest a certain amount, like the money that they give to Social Security, then they would be ready to retire. They'd have that money.
You would have more money when you retired than what you're getting.
Exactly. You'd be better off. Yeah. Exactly. That's my point. But they're not going to do that.
What they do is they take that money from you and they invest it and make money off of it.
No, bullshit. I don't want them making
That's what they do.
money, or giving it to somebody that don't deserve it, or spending it on whatever. You know, no, it shouldn't. That's not the way it should work. So
they steal from you and give you back pennies.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I like Trump. I like Trump's policies, but I like anybody's policies that has common sense policies and wants to work for America and wants America to work the right way.
Oh my gosh!
It doesn't matter whether it's Democrat. Yeah, we're getting ready to get off here.
It's getting almost midnight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. I just want the right thing to be done. You know, that's all I want. I just want the right thing to be done now. Whether they crash it or not, I think you're right, though. I think they're not going to crash anything. I think that it's just going to basically go on the same way. I mean, he might get some stuff done with the tariffs and, what do you think about China? You think they're going to cave?
I think they'll eventually cave because their economy's struggling bad now anyway. So if Trump keeps his foot on their neck,
gotcha.
They'll eventually cave because they depend on us to buy their goods. And without us buying their goods, they're in trouble.
I think we pay the most. I mean, we buy we buy a big chunk of their. We are a big chunk of their economy. I mean, we buy
not just them. A lot of countries.
Yeah. So they got to be careful what they do. But they're talking big right now, though.
Oh yeah.
I'm now on both channels. Evil Rick says, "Don't put all your eggs in one basket." It's literally. It's a literal statement in these times because the wolves will take them. Yeah, you're right, Salty. I agree with you 100%, brother. Can't all put all your eggs in one basket. But it may not. Yeah, he pays into retirement savings plan. I pay into up in Canada, James says, but it may not be much when I retire due to debt because they have debt too. So. It's a mess, not just in this country. It's a mess all over the world. Disaster. But like I was saying earlier, we're part of it because we allowed these people to do it, and we voted these people in over and over again.
Yep.
So we're in the mess we're in because of them and us. So
right.
Hopefully we can figure a way out of it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Trump can do. But the guy's only got 4 years, and then who knows what's going to take over next and what kind of mess you're going to be in then. So
who knows?
it's best, like Salty says, protect yourself. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Get you some gold that you got in hand. You can touch with your hands.
And stay out of debt.
Stay out of debt. Don't purchase big homes. Don't purchase cars and all this stuff you don't need. Just be a minimalist. Is that what they call it? A minimalist? Yeah, be a minimalist.
Debtor's a slave to the lender.
Yeah, you're a debtor. Yeah, if you're a debt, you're a slave to the lender.
You're a slave.
Stay out of debt as much as you can, and just do the best you can. I don't know. Because I think it's going to get ugly. But I could be wrong, but I think it's going to get a little bit ugly. Even Trump says, I think it's going to get a little bit ugly. How he says that? A little bit ugly. No, it's going to get a lot ugly. If we don't do something, it's going to get really, really, really ugly. Let's see.
And if you are in debt with something, make sure it's an asset that's,
right,
going to increase in value.
Right.
Decrease.
Good chat, guys. Thanks, James. Thanks for being here. Wait, what did the Simpsons say? What did the Simpsons say? I don't know what he means by that. Well, we'll see what happens in the coming months and next couple of years. If Trump don't make good on some of his promises, I think they did pass something in Congress, didn't they, on the taxes? Didn't they pass something just recently, just the other day? They passed something to Congress. So he's got to get some stuff into law, and he's got to get the tax breaks in there, and he's got to get some stuff going. He's got to get the trade wars, to get this trade stuff handled, and he's got to bring the price of oil down. He's got to bring the cost of living itself down. It has to come down. But the biggest trick is bringing prices down once they're up. Once prices are up, it's hard to bring. He keeps saying he's going to. When we get energy independent, we do this and we do that, we're going to bring these prices down. The prices, they're going to fall like you're not going to believe. And I'm looking at him like, dude, once the prices are up here, it's hard to bring them back down.
The only thing that they could really do to help is to increase your wages. Increase your wages, bring down your energy cost. That would help the most. If you bring down your energy costs, like what you pay to heat your house, your gas in your car, and wages go up to meet the inflation, because people don't get raises to meet the inflation. And inflation's what, 8 to 10%, and you get a 2 or 3% raise. You're not keeping up with inflation.
Right.
So if you can increase wages to keep up with inflation and bring, energy costs down, that would help a lot. Yeah,
it would help a lot, no doubt about it. Damn if you do, and damn if you don't. You got that right, James. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with us, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate every one of you. Appreciate your comments and your insight. Love having that communication with you guys. It was a great little live we did. Coy came in late, but that's all right. Coy is very knowledgeable, and you guys are too in the chats. I've learned some stuff here tonight myself. So, I appreciate every one of you for being there. We'll be back on Sunday night on the Rabbit Hole, so check us out. We'll be discussing if you believe in conspiracy theories. Are you crazy? Well, I think I'm crazy already. So anyway, we'll be discussing that on the Rabbit Hole on Sunday night. So check us out there. And back on Retired Rider on Monday morning with Ray. And Coy probably won't be in. He'll probably be cutting on his tree.
Hopefully I have that done this weekend, but who knows?
Yeah, be safe out there, man. Don't do anything that's going to hurt you. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll catch you on the next one. Be safe out there. Just do the best you can. Hang in there, and we'll all see together what happens. We'll be talking about it for several months to come, I'm sure. Anyway, guys, have a great night. See you on the next one. Take care now.
Retired rider. Retired rider. Gather round, folks, and listen to my story about John the retired rider. 30 years on the back of a hog. The rest of those years was sitting on a hollow log. Don't get the wrong idea about me. I will explain it the best I can. He's a damn good looking man. He's a hot-blooded American bike rider.